lost control. My true identity, the power that is me. We all danced in fire, trapped in this machine. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman's watching. We all danced in fire, looking through the screen. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman watches. With the rules in the fight, electric lines, change surroundings, join history. A treasure disappears as she goes. Miss her as you look away, and no one knows that this power is a key. This power changes me. We all danced in fire, trapped in this machine. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman's watching. We all danced in fire, looking through the screen. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman watches. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You didn't know, now I'm gonna show you the power that is me. You try to take me down, stop the show. Seems you never tasted fear or loss of control. The power lives in me. The power that is me. We all danced in fire, trapped in this machine. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman's watching. We all danced in fire, looking through the screen. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman watches. As the Eggman watches.
Hi, chat. Oh, I just realized I don't have Akku's Fugi up. Oops.
Did you not put it up?
No. It's up now.
Okay.
You're a little
good.
quiet, by the way.
Am I really?
Yeah. Is that from us fixing
Yeah.
your audio issues yesterday?
It might have been.
Okay.
Says I'm loud.
Okay. Then I'm just going to crank you up in Discord, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, my audio profile hasn't
Boom.
changed at all.
There we go. It's fine. I just cranked up to 200% in Discord, and we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it says that my threshold is in the too loud category.
That's fine. Once we get you swapped over to the Elgato XLR Pro thing, when that comes out, it'll get better.
Hopefully. I don't know if I'll be buying it immediately after it comes out.
Temp
But,
seems to be the loud one. That's because I'm usually loud. My model broke. It's fine.
I mean, you are the original audio, so I would hope that you're louder than me.
Yeah. The octopus sounds a bit tired. Yeah, Aqua had a long work day.
It was definitely a work day for sure.
200% more Akko. I'm not sure I can handle that. No one can handle 200% more octopus. Too much octopus.
Or is it just enough?
Hold Fast Nations of War is getting the American Revolution update on June 11th. Fun. I play WoWs too much. Need to catch up on Hoyo games, so we'll lurk. No worries, Requiem. Actually, ironically, me and Magma were going to play more Rise today. And then we both got distracted. Yay. So, no more Rise today.
Distracted from streaming.
No. We were just going to play offline.
Oh.
Because I need to catch Magma up to where I am in the high rank.
I see.
There's no such thing as too much octopus. She's doing okay? Yeah. Octopus is doing fine. It really was just a long day.
Yeah, I finished a little over what I wanted, but whatever.
Yeah. It's maybe because America's getting its 250th birthday. Maybe. No more Rise today? No. Me and Magma are talking about playing Rise on Tuesday. We would have done it today. We're definitely not doing it tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm taking Magma through several hours of Final Fantasy XIV. Let's see. A lot of shit. Yeah, a lot of shit happened. Hold Fast makes me feel alive. My heart beats in overdrive. Fair. Anyway. Chat, how is everyone doing? How was your day, Octopus?
You already know how my day is.
Right, but maybe the chat doesn't know.
Like I said, it was long.
Fair. The 14 meat grinder begins. It does. Tomorrow, I haven't decided. It depends on where Magma goes as far as the world. So I might play my original, or my stream character, but we will see.
I forgot that you have one.
Sorry, I'm doing one thing real quick. There we go.
I might have to get up shortly to go grab something, but I will still be here.
No worries. And chat, ironically, Amal was the one who reminded me that I should turn back on my background music. So there is no dead air, truly. So thank you, Amal, for the reminder.
Why did a woman have to tell you what to do?
Because I forgot I turned it off.
Why did you
I think I turned off because of an update to OBS. So I thought for some time it was running, and then I realized it wasn't, and then I just thought it was broken, and then I never went to go fix it, and just realized it's always been fixed. I'm just an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
So, it's fine. The ex-wife is controlling you, Temp. Run. For a minute there, I thought you were in Magma. We're gonna watch all the Star Wars movies. No. Since tomorrow is May the 4th. Yeah, tomorrow is May the 4th.
It is.
Amal likes to see her good boy do good. Yeah. Will there be a day the octopus isn't on the verge of falling asleep? No, because we do Dogwave too late.
Pretty much, yeah. I will always be tired. Even on Sundays that I have off.
Yep. Indeed. Temp had a woman moment. Silvervale will be traumatized when she finds out what happened to Bitter Springs in New Vegas because she was doing a playthrough. Star Wars is great. At least George Lucas Star Wars. Tonight, actually, is the finale of the Mall show on Disney+.
Is it already that way?
It's been 2 episodes every week. They wanted it done on May the 4th. Which, fair. It's a Star Wars day. So it's... I can't blame him for that.
No, I don't really blame him for that either. I was just surprised that it's done so soon.
And yeah, and in 15 hours until the Steam controller releases. Yes, Steam controller launches tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific. I know I'll be buying one.
I have no need to buy one right now.
Yeah, you have no need to buy one. I'm buying one because I want one, but also because, so what I'm hearing from the Steam controller is that it only works on in Steam directly. So you can't make it work like, for instance, if you wanted to play like Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail or, you know, whatever, like gacha game or whatever with one, you can't do it with the Steam controller because it works only natively in Steam.
I am not really quite sure how much I like that. So you can't use it to play any other system other than just the Steam system.
Correct. Before Second Mile, also. Yeah.
I don't really like that too much, I'm going to be honest with you.
I have a feeling what's going to happen is if that is how it launches, it will be updated eventually to work outside of Steam.
Again, I hope so. That's not like, I don't really feel good about that, honestly.
I agree. Also, welcome Devastator, welcome Gavin Griffin, welcome Festiva, welcome The Elemental Hero, welcome Don Hotto. Yeah, I feel like Valve may change that. But here's the thing, even if I don't use it as my main controller, I am getting the Steam frame. So I can use it for the Steam frame or even the Steam machine if I get one of those. So, that's cool. Does the Steam controller work on my Windows PC? It should work on a Windows PC. It's just, as far as we are aware, it's only in Steam. To be fair, that could change between, you know, when reviewers had it to now, or to when it releases. So, who knows? Definitely a driver issue, though. Who's ready for the console player invasion of the V-Tier community when the Steam machine releases? It's going to be legendary. Yeah! Heard it's outside Steam. Well, here's the thing. I only heard it only worked within Steam. But they could have run out a patch since the reviews came out and done other things to make it work better. Or it could be that the Valve has said it is going to work in just basic Windows since the reviews came out. Again, I don't quite know. Nothing about that is in the docket. All I know is that it is only, from what I've heard, work within Steam, like software, Steam hardware, stuff like that. But even if that is the case, I do figure they will update it to make that not work, or to make it work within everything within Windows related, or Windows, Linux, Mac, you know, even if you game on Mac. Compatibility is so important. I mean, plus you can learn firsthand and teach us about exactly, and I'm getting one. So the 8BitDo Ultimate controller is a great controller. I have the Ultimate 2 controller, and that's what I'm pitting the Steam Deck up against as far as my primary controller. Or not Steam Deck, the Steam controller. Ugh, get the kinks worked out. Exactly. And I'm sure they will. There were some kinks in the Steam Deck, and those were fixed.
It took a generation to get them fixed.
Yeah, but it's still, they still got fixed. But I heard it works in VR. Need to rewatch the tested video. Yeah. So.
Interesting.
So, as far as my week has been great. Monday and Tuesday were, you know, typical off stream days. Just kind of spent whatever doing it. Wednesday, we played more party animals, which was fantastic. I forget. Honestly, Thursday's a blur to me. Thursday's gone. Friday, we did Final Fantasy 14. For those who were there, I have a question for all of you. How did you enjoy the Final Fantasy 14 stream that happened on Friday? I know I had a lot of fun with it. It turned out to be more of a yap stream than anything, which was fine.
Yeah.
Umusume fans will be traumatized if they find out what happened to Boxer from Animal Farm. It was really nice. It was chill.
Oh, I know what happened.
I haven't paid attention to Animal Farm. So.
You want me to tell you?
Sure.
The horse dies and they turn him into glue.
Oh.
Again, this is a movie about communism.
Oh.
surprised you didn't know that. I'm gonna be honest.
I did not know
with you.
that. The only thing I saw was the scene of the horse pulling the carriage up a hill.
Yep.
That's
That's the horse.
That is all I saw. And
That's where the horse dies.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Fair enough.
Because he's trying to save the human, and then the human takes him to the glue factory. Excuse me, not the human. The pigs take him to the glue factory. 'Cause apparently the pigs are the bad guys. Pigs are always the bad guys.
You know, here's the thing that people don't even seem to realize. Pigs are actually very smart creatures. Like, you imagine, like, pigs would be incredibly stupid. They're not. We already have a bot. Wow, that's fast. Okay, well, goodbye. Fare thee well. Okay. The horse always becomes the glue princess. I'm assuming they're talking about the new shit one. Yeah. Just read the book instead, or this naughty book. Yeah. The fact that I didn't even know about, like, I knew the movie was a thing, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. I probably won't even care about it. I'll be honest. Welcome, Farrell. Welcome, Mike. Welcome, Broken. Welcome, Geo. So anyway, we got a... Oh, yeah. So Friday was Final Fantasy 14. Saturday, me and Magma finished Chris Redfield's campaign in RE6. God, that game is horrendous. I have actually equated Resident Evil 6 to be the Sonic 06 of Resident Evil. It is so bad.
In terms of
bugginess, in terms of how bad it is. In fact, I'd rather go play Sonic 06 than Resident Evil 6.
Uh-huh.
That's how bad it is.
That bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is
I kind of feel like a
genuinely a bad game. Like, when its story moments are good, it's really good. When it's really bad, oh god. It's really bad. They turned an anti-communist story into an anti-capitalist one is terrible. It was fun, though. Yeah. At least the fans fixed it up a little bit so it can be playable. Yeah. So, next week, me and Magma start the next campaign in RE6. Yay. And then that was today's Dogwave.
Oh, are we done? Oh, okay.
No. So, how about we get started? What do you all want to see first? Because I gotta pull stuff up so we can actually, you
never ask the audience what they want to see first. You got to give them options. They don't know what you've got in your hands.
This is true. Chat, we have many a thing tonight. We have a potential Dark Souls trilogy remake. That I learned about that one when stream started. Bungie's multi-year narrative plan for Marathon. Gabe Newell appearing in a super yacht commercial.
Because he's got a super yacht.
Because he's got a super yacht. Windows 11 news. Like, we got a whole slew of things tonight, chat. Other than GameStop. PlayStation DRM. S&Box. Pokemon Wind and Waves.
Is that a leak or?
No. We also have the new Resident Evil movie that is Resident Evil in exactly name only. God, that is so awful.
I mean, maybe they just want it to be simple, but it doesn't make it easy. It's like naming yourself Coffee Brand Coffee. Nobody really knows what to look for among the list of slop, you know?
Yeah. The new Resident Evil is completely fucked beyond repair. It is. Yeah. It absolutely is. Go with Sony DRM. Remakes, changes, Type A, Type B, since the drag. So, yeah. I have a feeling that... In fact, we'll just talk about that one right now, because that one's fairly fast. Because there really isn't a whole lot to go on with the Dark Souls remakes. Let me bring this up so Akko can see this. And then set this all up so you can see it. And make sure Akko's PNG is on screen.
That would be preferable so that you're not talking to a ghost.
Where is Akko's PNG?
I'm invisible, chat.
Oh my god, why is it over there? Excuse me?
While you do this, I'm currently, I printed a case for my cases of Pokemon cards.
There we go, we'll just do that.
And I'm loading up the empty ones to be filled eventually.
Fair. Okay. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. There you go. Now you all can hear it here too.
Have I been muted this whole time?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I'm moving the background audio to this channel, or to this scene. How much of the stream did I miss? Not much. We're getting to our first topic now. So, leaker claims Dark Souls Trilogy remake in development.
Is this a reliable leaker?
Shirako, a leaker with a relatively unknown track record, has stated that on X that Bandai Namco is preparing a Dark Souls Trilogy remake for undisclosed platforms. A release
He's
window.
unknown, so I don't believe him.
I don't believe it either. A release window was not reported, though. He says he got the information from a reputable source. Needless to say, the announcement is going viral on X because so many people would be up for a remake of the critically acclaimed trilogy. As always, this is a rumor at present, and Bandai Namco has not commented.
Until it is official, it doesn't exist because this person is a no name.
Yeah, pretty much. So I have a feeling, because here's the thing.
Slow news day.
I don't understand why we would need this. The Dark Souls remaster did incredibly well. It was still faithful to the original game while being brought up to run better on modern hardware. I honestly think that's all even just Dark Souls 2 would need, is just give it the Dark Souls remaster treatment, call it a day. 3 doesn't need it.
Right. Yeah, I just... Because it's already had a remaster, has it not?
No. Well, kind of, with Scholars of the First Sin for 2. Yeah. We need Bloodborne? We do need Bloodborne.
Yeah, I just not really that convinced that this is real. I could be more convinced if it was real, if the leaker was more reputable. The fact that they even say this leaker is not reputable, I'm immediately just not going to trust.
I don't trust it either. Shirako, wasn't that the YouTuber they tried to cancel for feeding a feminist to an alligator in RD2? I have no idea. Based on the account I saw, no.
Sorry, what?
Apparently that was a thing that happened a few years ago. But hell, OG Dark Souls plays and looks right. It does. On PC less so, but I think that's where the remaster definitely picks up the pace. Because PC only had the Scholars of the First Sin, the Prepare to Die edition, and that, in my experience, ran like garbage. So I appreciated the remaster. Occo equals, so the camera was on this whole time, leaned from the side. Hello, DSP.
I will be right back.
Maybe it's a different Shirako? Maybe. Like hell, chat. You can tell me if it is. I don't know. Apparently, he's followed by a few people. I know. Well, I don't actually know. I only know Sparky. Like, physically, like, actually just know Sparky. So maybe it is. I don't know. Chat, is this someone familiar to you? Nope, it's the... Oh, it really is. Okay. Well, all right then. Bloodborne will only get re-released. Sony desperately needs money. Yeah, well. Oh shit, yeah, I know that channel. Okay, so this guy is actually who you all are saying he is. He does silent playthroughs? Ew. Ew. I'm not gonna scroll through his Twitter because that's dumb. I'd be really dumb to do that. But interesting. So did he get into some kind of controversy or something? So like to not like to to dog on him, but to be like, is there any reliance to what he says? Because based on what I'm reading, no, there is none. There is exactly zero. Just Shirako today, so I don't know. Fair. Yeah, that guy walks my dog occasionally. Oh, fun. I'm gonna save the Pokemon stuff for when Akko gets back. Oh, the dog says not to dog on him. Yes. I don't know if you linked anything more. Fair. Okay. Sad part is Akko just walked away, and I don't really want to start anything until he gets back because I need to hear his reactions to some of this stuff. So here, we'll talk about this. You better not have deleted this. Thank you.
Why don't you take pictures?
I did take pictures. It's just Pirate Nation's been on a deleting spree lately.
You gotta take take pictures so that you don't have to say, "Oh, I hope you didn't delete this."
I don't want to delete it just for the sake of, deleting things. Because he's been going on a deleting spree the last couple days. Pseudo Xanthoma, thank you for the subscription. Anyway, good news for Windows 11 gamers. Microsoft is quickly working on a major internal plan called K2 to/bloat. Boost performance and make the OS seriously competitive with SteamOS. SteamOS is now the official benchmark. Microsoft wants Windows 11 to deliver identical or better gaming performance on the exact same hardware, dramatically lower idle RAM usage, and a much lighter overall OS footprint. Heavy cuts to AI clutter and pre-installed junk, completely rebuilt start menu, reportedly up to 60% faster. A ton of other under-the-hood tweaks, faster file explorer, snappier UI, fewer background processes, etc. The changes are probably due to make Windows look better on Project Helix and future handheld/Xbox PC hardware. Oh, good competition. Yeah, no. If what this says is true, this is a lot of good stuff. But it's Microsoft. I don't believe it. Now, what I have heard
I don't think it's going to be good in the beginning.
What I have heard is K2 is an internal name for Windows 12. So if that is true, we could very well be on the route of Windows 10 was good, Windows 11 is bad, and Windows 12 is good. We'll see.
I don't know, man.
It'd be funny.
I don't know.
What is this supposed to do? Windows 11 runs horribly. Just in general, just across the board. It is a horrible operating system. Heavy AI bloat, just everything bloat, really. And it taxes your computer to immense proportions. What this is saying is all of that is going away, which is why I don't believe it. Because Microsoft has been really pushing a lot of this stuff. So why would they back down now? That doesn't make sense.
I am not convinced that it is going to be good until it actually is good.
Agreed. Yeah. K2 sounds someone on that development team likes Rogue One a lot. Adware, yeah, pretty much adware. If possible, as long as Microsoft continues to have employees who insist on vibe coding. Yep. And their AI running the show. Microsoft would never cut bloat. Exactly. That's why I don't believe it. Here's something, chat. So this came on my feed yesterday. Naoki Hamaguchi says he's already completed over 40 full playthroughs of Part 3 of the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy, stating, "We're very excited about how the game is currently progressing. I have already completed over 40 full playthroughs. I can't wait for as many people as possible to experience the game for themselves, and myself and the team are working hard to ensure we can create an unforgettable gameplay experience." So this is interesting.
He completed playthroughs, meaning that. So this is a game that's not released yet, right?
Correct. So this guy is the director of the game.
Okay.
So in this case, he's essentially like the Yoshi P, but for 7 Remake trilogy.
Right.
So the fact that he says he's completed over 40 full playthroughs means the game is pretty much in its final stages of development.
Mm-hmm.
If not, like, pretty much ready to go gold soon. Meaning I am expecting an announcement from Square imminently. We'll see where they want to release it. A lot of the theories was they want to release it in Q1 of 2027, but that is also when the Final Fantasy XIV expansion is releasing.
And they really don't want to release it that close to it.
Yeah. So either they will probably wait for Q2, or they will actually probably release it in Q4 this year. So those are my guesses, is Q4 or Q2.
Okay.
How much censorship or changes will they do to Part 3? That I don't know. What I will say is the current CEO of Square Enix is despised by organizations like Vanguard or BlackRock.
Wasn't he anti-censorship?
I believe so, yes. Which makes it feel really weird when they got something that's like DEI coming on board. Unless those are contracts that he's like, okay, we got to abide by this.
Right.
So, we'll see. Obviously, they will probably keep to the same design philosophy they've kept from 1 and 2, from the first and second remakes. So censorship, I'm not sure about as far as like anything new, but or current stuff, they will probably just keep the same stuff, which I have no problem with that.
Right.
I don't know. There seems to be a catch with Part 3. Well, Part 3 is going to be the finale of the 7 Remake trilogy. Like, that is the end of Final Fantasy 7. At least within the remakes are concerned. I'm betting on Q4. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm guessing is Q4. Because I'm not saying they want to do a holiday title, but right now, Square has literally nothing on the board for 2026. The problem is like getting people to play the 7 Remake Part 3 and then the expansion for 14. Obviously, they're different people, like different communities, essentially. But there will be some back and forth.
Probably.
The first 2 Remake episodes were too colorful and bright for my take. The original 7 had more of a grungy cyberpunk aesthetic. Yes. Yeah. No, I understand that. I don't mind it, actually. I still need to play the original 7. I've started it a few times, but I never made it too far, and then I started streaming, and the whole point of me streaming was playing all the Final Fantasy games. Ironically...
which you still haven't done.
No, I've finished 1 through 6.
Yeah, so you haven't done 7 yet.
No, I have not done 7 yet. 7 would be next. Ironically, and I want to show this. Do I have it on my computer? I have a feeling I do. No, I don't. I do have it in DMs, though. I can grab it from those DMs. Was it you? Or was it? I think it was you. Yeah, it had to have been you. Yeah, here. Okay, Jeff. This is a image from the Final Fantasy XIV Evercold showcase when they showed it FanFest. Is it just me, or does that look a lot like Midgar from 7?
I mean, I kind of see it. Kinda.
And this was at FanFest. This is going to be a location in the expansion coming up for 14.
Question is, how deep into the expansion is it?
That's a Mockerit? Yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing. Based on what I know for 7.5, I have a feeling I know what's here, but I'm not going to spoil that. But a lot of the common theories that I've talked to with people in the within my like friend group circle or whatever that's in the Final Fantasy, Evercold, the expansion for 14, does seem to be probably taking inspiration from Final Fantasy 13, actually.
The least favorite of the bunch for a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Exactly, yeah. But there are a lot of things from the Evercold trailer and some potential lore implications that lead it to maybe take inspiration from 13. So I'd be okay if they did that. I think that could be fun. I think 13 had a lot of really cool concepts.
They're just gonna take a inspiration from every single.
They
Final
kind of
Fantasy
do,
game?
yeah. Yes. Well, like Dawn Trail had inspiration from 9. Some people say Shadowbringers had inspiration from Final Fantasy 1. And there's a lot of stuff in Dawn Trail from like 5 as well. So, as someone who hasn't played any Final Fantasy games and only knows visuals, that image definitely looks like it's from 7. Yeah, exactly. I had a feeling 7 was going to come into 14 eventually because Square has a hard-on for 7 right now because of the remakes.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a matter of when. And I think this is when. But I could be wrong. Obviously, you can very clearly see this is a sketch, or at least this is like a rough draft of what they kind of want.
Right.
So this could change, but we'll see in January. Otherwise, I think this is good. I think we are imminently awaiting a announcement, like an official announcement and a release date for 7 Remake Part 3.
I mean, if he is completed multiple dozens of playthroughs, yeah, I feel like it's imminent that that's going to happen.
Exactly, yeah. Didn't they just add the Bike Cloud Steals from Shinra building to the store? They did, actually. Actually, I think everything they added right before FanFest, with like the different cosmetics in the in-game store, is from 7. A lot of stuff from 7. That could be because of 7 Remake Part 3. That could also be implications of something else. Or it could just be that 7 fits really well with the theme of the expansion for upcoming. I don't know. I have a feeling the expansion for 14 is going to be kind of like steampunky, kind of like vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be exciting.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
We will. More in Berlin, more in Tokyo, and then January is release. Still got a few months away.
To go.
Yep. We also kind of got news-ish about Silksong, actually.
It got an announcement today.
No, it didn't. It got no
Kind of
announcement.
did, though.
So, Team Cherry teases news on the first Hollow Knight Silksong DLC this month. Sea of Sorrows is coming in 2026 as a free DLC expansion.
I would
Okay.
say that this is a pseudo.
Well, it's less this that I feel like and more this. So, when I first saw this, and it was this person, Hollow Shad, said, reliable sources tell me Sea of Sorrow this month. And I wasn't sure who Matthew Griffin was. All I saw was this. And then I looked over here, and he's the marketing and publishing lead for Silksong.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, so he has a hand in Silksong. So maybe we'll see.
It's one of those things where if somebody from the company says something, you should probably pay attention to it.
Yeah, exactly. I actually, so for those who are not aware of who he is, I was talking to Kyo today.
Who?
Here, I'll bring it up. Here, let me do this so I don't go scrolling through my Twitter trying to find his posts.
I was gonna say, yeah, man, don't do it quartering. I know what you have on your.
Okay,
I
here
know
we go.
what's on your Twitter.
Nope, there we go.
Oh, okay.
So Kyo said, no way we're getting Silksong DLC this month. I responded saying, based on what I've heard, it's just more information this month. If I had to guess, I would say May is a good guess for release. If not May, then probably an official date at or around Summer Game Fest in June. But I don't think it's much longer till this comes out either way. They responded saying they'll probably release a trailer this month with the official release being early June, or we get a trailer this week with the release being end of the month. Either way, I think that is correct. I think we are imminently awaiting this DLC, and it's probably coming soon.
Yeah, I would say so. I still need to finish the third ending to the game. I haven't done that yet.
Yes, Silksong, the game that lost to the French Revolution. This hints of Summer Game Fest. It does. Summer Game Fest is at the very beginning of June. So that's my guess. Damn, why did forced hand-holding Reddit show up in your search bar? Excuse me? I needed to check this on another tab just to make sure. Yeah, no. No. But no, this reeks of Summer Game Fest to me. Hand-holding in video games using yellow paint is a pain in the ass. On that note, chat, I actually am planning on streaming the Summer Game Fest with a few people. And that'll be on a Friday. Obviously, that's next month, so we got time to plan. But we'll figure things out from there. But I do think that Silksong is soon. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a really quick, like from announcement to release, like date announcement to release, because they did that with Silksong, where it was like very close to from announcement to release date.
Mm-hmm.
So probably pretty quick. Place your all bets if Forza Horizon 6. Bust, hit or a bust. This is something that you will get a kick out of.
Potentially, sure.
Why did that go to that one? I don't want it to go to that one. I want it to go to this one.
You're right, I did get a kick out of that.
Pokemon Pop-Tarts are already being scalped after returning for the first time in 25 years. The Target exclusive boxes cost $2.89, but sold eBay listings show some showing for $25, not including shipping.
Are there Pokemon cards in them?
No, it's just Pop-Tarts. And it's not even like, oh hey, there's designs for the Pokemon. It's just there's Pokemon on the box.
See, because like if there were Pokemon on the inside, I might understand a little bit more. But there's no Pokemon cards, it sounds like.
Correct.
So
we can go ahead and read the article and see what is going on here.
I want to say slurs so bad.
Pokemon Pop-Tarts are already being resold online for several times their retail price after the nostalgic Target exclusive snack returned for the franchise's 30th anniversary. The limited edition Pop-Tarts were released as part of Target's new Pokemon collaboration, which includes more than 100 items across apparel, accessories, home goods, food, and collectibles. The Pop-Tarts were one of the most talked about items in the lineup, as the branded toaster pastries had not been available for roughly 25 years. Target's listing shows the Pop-Tarts Pokemon Frosted Vanilla Cupcake toaster pastries released in stores on May 2nd and online on May 3rd. And these are going for an obscene amount of money.
Again, like, I know that there is a lot of collectible value in this because it sounds like this is the first time they've printed it in a while. But like, legitimately, people are going into stores, tearing these off of shelves, and then selling them for $20 a piece.
Yeah.
When in reality, the only people, and I'm serious here, the only people that will care about these are children that want Pop-Tarts. It's got Pikachu on it. And some collectors that will take one box and keep it sealed just for the idea of, oh, look at this, I've got a piece of history. But like, most of those people are going to look at the fact that people are scalping this and say, not worth it. I mean, like, I considered maybe going to the store and getting. Now that I'm seeing this, it's like, fuck that.
Yours might have them. I don't know.
That goes into it. Sorry?
Yours might have them. I don't know, but I do see red dye.
No, I'm just saying that, like, there's no reason for me to even like want to.
Akazawa is just lost his shit.
That's AI art, by the way.
Oh, I know it is. It 100% is. Yeah.
That is just AI art.
Well, the
Okay,
snack.
I'm gonna make a video on it. This will be in. This is in the links, but I need to make an article.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send this link to you directly.
But like the commodification of collectible, like I believe in collectibles. I mean, like I just put a whole bunch of my cards in a box, so that they are stored away from the light a little bit better. You know, I actively I'm taking steps to protect cards. And yes, there's like a certain amount of portfolio that I am taking, just saying, oh, I know how much this card costs and this card costs. And for some of them, it's like, this card is useless, but I like it, so it doesn't matter that it's useless. But I look at how some people treat this hobby, and it makes me hate it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It makes me honestly kind of hate it.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I am not going to stop collecting. I'm going to do it way more. I think, you know, when I jumped into it with Mizu, I was a little bit more, I jumped into it way harsher than maybe I wanted to. But now what's going to happen is, you know, I have a pre-order for the next set that releases on the 22nd. And then I have a pre-order for the next Japanese set that releases later this month as well. Once those run out, the only way I'm going to buy cards is if fans want to send them to me, or I can get a deal on them. But I'm not going to like rush to my Pokemon machine in my local store that, by the way, could shut down. I don't know if you saw this, but a bunch of Pokemon stops are getting shut down and pulled out of stores right now.
I did not see that, no.
I don't have a video for it, and I don't have an article for it, but like they're getting pulled out of stores. Now, I don't really know the full like sourcage for this, but I would 100% believe it's just because a whole bunch of stores were like, this isn't worth having in our store.
Right.
Because people are fighting, people are loitering, people are committing crimes for these kinds of things, and it's just like, it's not worth it.
If you all can't behave, you get it taken away from you. Simple.
Yeah, I don't know if Mizu, I haven't asked him, but it's just like, part of me's looking at it and I'm just like, I will care if I can get the pre-order for new products. Outside of that, I probably just don't care. You know? I just, again, the commodification of things is like, and I blame Logan Paul for this. I 100% blame Logan Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I think that it is mostly his fault what has happened to not Magic, although I wouldn't be afraid if he went into Magic. What he has done to Pokemon is just kind of depressing. And now he's kind of doing it with manga, which is not I'm not really interested or excited in that. I don't think it's going to work out the exact same, because he's trying to put something that's already a pretty heavy commodity, you know, by taking two volumes of the first edition of first edition of One Piece and getting them graded as a PSA. I don't think a lot of people recognize that, like, the difference between Pokemon cards, which are readily available, and the first two volumes of a manga isn't sold like that. Although if people go into my fucking Barnes and Noble and take all of the volumes of manga just to try and get them graded and resold as a scalp, I'll just go back to pirating manga off of third-party websites. You know, I enjoy buying them and having the physical media.
Yep.
But I really don't give a shit enough about manga to try and do that. I will literally pirate manga, which is not what I want to do, because I like buying the physical and reading it. But I will do that if people are fucking retarded enough to do that. Give me 2 seconds.
No, I completely agree with that. And yeah, as I was saying, it's like, yeah, it was a quick get rich quick scheme. It was, and it's sad that Nintendo is doing nothing
for less than minimum wage, by the way.
Yeah, what's sad is Nintendo is doing nothing to stop this. Like, they'll say something like, "Oh, we'll deal with scalping." Yeah, sure, and then they don't, because it doesn't matter to them, because scalping is still money for them. Like, it doesn't matter who buys them, so long as they make their profit, and they're making their profit. So, yeah. So, that sucks. But that is not the only Pokemon news we do have tonight. There was also this, and this is from Central Leaks. I did save this one in case Central Leaks took it down. It says, according to the same leaker who has accurately leaked multiple Pokemon Wind and Waves details, including the starters, we won't have more news about the game until 2027. So Nintendo showed us the starters and then said, okay, come back next year.
Right. I'm going to be honest. I still need to finish my my national decks, which I just passed over 650.
Oh my god.
So, what?
It's a lot of cards.
I have way more cards than that, my man. That's
Oh my
like just the
God.
ones inside the binders. Listen, cards aren't that expensive, especially if you buy you know, singles or promos and stuff. Like they're not that expensive.
Right.
No, but like I want to finish my decks before the next one comes out, because then I'll have another 1 to 200 what is it, like an average let's see, we're on Gen 9, and yeah, it's an average of 150 Pokemon per gen. So I'm hoping that I can finish it before the next one comes out.
Right.
So that
Yeah.
I can worry about that.
I'm not buying that game. I'm not going to buy it either. Well,
I mean, I don't have a Switch 2, so it doesn't even matter.
right, but depending on what happens this year, I might end up buying one. Because I basically been saying, like, I need a good reason to buy one. And
Right.
based on potential leaks this year, I could have a good reason to buy one.
I
We'll
still
see.
never will. If somebody, one of my fans said, "Hey, can we like raise the money for you?" And I was like, "If you want to raise the money to buy me a Switch 2, sure. But like, I'm not gonna buy one on my own."
Here's my point of view with it. I could just put that money, like, I could, like, do it as a write-off, as long as I play games for my Switch 2 on stream.
Mm-hmm. If somebody got me a Switch 2, I'd play games on stream.
Yeah. Miyamoto has a brain tumor. That's my headcanon. I wouldn't wish for his death like that. No. Miyamoto has some really harebrained ideas, and I don't think he should really be in the position he is anymore. But
He's Japanese.
yeah, he's now a Japanese old head. He's gonna be there until he dies. No slight towards the Japanese people, by the way. It's just, why the attempt, especially what Nintendo has done this last year, and this power situation, other problems. No, I know. I know completely. Switch 2 is just a content box. It's just a streamer. Exactly. It is just a content box. Exactly. So, if I were to buy it, it'd be for stream. Like, if I was not streaming, would I go buy one? Absolutely not. But
No,
it is a content box.
I have no need to these days.
Mhm.
Again, I would buy one. I would only buy one if the people wanted it crowdfunded, you know, and then I would buy one of the games myself. But like, I just don't see the Switch 2 as a piece of tech that I will use anytime soon. The games that are coming out, you know, it's just like not as interesting to me personally.
I completely agree.
Sorry, I'm like keeping an eye on my machine because I asked it to print something very fragile in the first few layers. So
No, you're good.
I'm watching it print like a hawk.
Fair. I am kind of the mind that I'm wanting to wait until I see what they do, because they could opt to release an OLED version of the Switch 2. And I'm like, that'll be the version I want to get. The problem is the Switch 1 OLED was several years after Switch 1 came out.
How do we know it's not already an OLED with the Switch 2?
Because it's already been confirmed it's an IPS screen. The Switch 2's been out for months now.
Why don't they just do a fucking... I don't know, man.
One of the theories is they chose not to do an OLED because it was to cut costs. And now they've gone to raise the prices several times. Crazy world. Oh, speaking of Pokemon... The YouTube channel Poke National Geographic has been terminated after Nintendo issued multiple copyright strikes. Animator Elios has created a fan series that presented Pokemon in the style of realistic National Geographic nature documentaries, using fully original hand-drawn imagery paired with official game sound effects.
This is a weird one because some people are saying that there was some underlying issues, but I don't know what those are. So those people could be wrong.
Despite the creator offering to remove all videos, the strikes exceeded YouTube's limit and forced the channel offline. The series had built up a dedicated following for its unique documentary style take on the Pokemon universe. Nintendo really is evil. They could offer him sponsorship and create something unique. Yes, but if they do that, that would mean that they acknowledge fan work, and Nintendo hates fan work. This has actively been proven. So. I got Switch 2 because I know there will be a Zelda and Mario games in the future. Yeah. If the rumors are true and there's an Ocarina of Time remake, I'm not a huge fan of Ocarina of Time, but I'm willing to give it a chance with a remake. It'd be funny if they just started doing Power World documentaries. I really hope they do. I really hope Pocket Pair does. I hate they went after him, but he was flying really close to the sun. Yeah, he was. Which sucks. And the person needs to appeal the claims that Nintendo's placed. Oh, he did. And he also offered Nintendo, his like, hey, you know, I understand you don't like this. I'm willing to take it all down if you want me to. And Nintendo instead slammed him with so many strikes that YouTube took him down. Even though he was willing to play ball with Nintendo.
Nintendo's just weird. And again, they are so weird that immediately I'm just like not sure that I would dismiss this. But then there's something in me that's just like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, when it comes to... recently, I am just wondering.
Yep. I agree. Nintendo's disgusting. They are. That's part of my problem is like... I feel like in terms of their games, they're doing not as well as they were. They're doing good still. Just not the best. Because now they're kind of catching up to the DEI, like, square of things. So, I don't know. I don't know. Pocket Pair would absolutely dig him for doing this. Oh, absolutely. They probably would. And hell, maybe they are in contact with him already. I don't know. This was something that happened this week, and this upset me slightly. I don't like anti-cheat. I want to make that clear right now. I do not like anti-cheat. But if I had to have one, easy anti-cheat is actually not one of the worst ones. Actually, it's a fairly less intrusive anti-cheat. It's still an anti-cheat, which means it's not great, but Anyway, Rocket League Easy Anti-Cheat now required for online PC play. Easy Anti-Cheat runs in the background to keep matches fair and competitive by detecting cheats, bots, and smurfs. Steam Deck and Linux users are fully supported. Third-party mods are blocked during online sessions, but can still be used in training, offline, and LAN modes. The update natively adds features like free play team colors, MMR display, and a new stats API for broadcasters. Nintendo hasn't hit their desperation phase yet. Yeah, they haven't. People still play Rocket League? Yes, they do. Rocket League is actually incredibly popular still. Not as popular as it once was, since Epic took it off of Steam. But yes, it is. Since Epic bought both Rocket League and Fall Guys, both games have been taken off of the storefront. You can now only play them on Epic Game Store.
Which is retarded.
Yes, I agree. Which, yeah. And then they kind of adapted both those games into Fortnite as well. And I believe both those games they adapted into Fortnite are being shut down soon.
Really depressing because those were decent games and then they just disappeared.
Yep. I mean, yeah, look what happened to Metroid, Legends ZA, and the rest of Nintendo's games. Like, all of them came with issues, red flags, catches, and now the good thing they're on sale a lot. Yeah. All roads must lead to Fortnite. If Epic wants to make back some of their money, they could release Fall Guys and Rocket League back on Steam. Just saying. But they won't do that because Tim Sweeney has a bit of a hate boner for Steam.
We'll let his platform die with him for it.
Yep. No, Fall Guys sucked ass. Fall Guys was a friend slop of the month. It wasn't horrible, but eh.
Fall Guys is the game that the Quartering played when he pissed in his basement.
Seriously?
Yeah. He said that if he didn't win, he would piss in his basement.
I want to say fair, but no.
To be honest with you, that's an unfair game to say that if I don't win, I'll piss in the basement because it's kind of a difficult game to win.
It's as funny as the Sonic Racers getting a free weekend, but Denuvo said no. Oh. Magma, do you have a post for that? I remember that being talked about, and I completely forgot to grab that. Do you have a post about that? Apparently, from what I remember, is that Sega was going to run a free weekend for Crossworlds, the current Sonic racing game. And Denuvo broke and literally like said, no, you cannot run a free weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Magma's grabbing the article because he at least knows what I'm talking about. The Fall Guys collab in 14 was pretty fun. The Fall Guy collab in 14 is pretty good. I've only won one round, and that is only because the game borked, and no one loaded into the match but me. So I had a free win. To the people who have the, like, I think what, over 50 to 100 wins in the Fall Guys event for 14, you're insane, and congrats on having no life. Temp wins by doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, once, yeah. I played a Crossworlds free play weekend at Xbox a month or so ago. Right, but Xbox and PlayStation and Switch are the only systems that do not have Denuvo. PC does. So, I'm guessing the free weekend happened, just not on PC. And I hope that this is the big fuck you that Denuvo gets from Sega. Because the game was also supposed to be on sale. I think it's on sale now. Let me check. I actually played Crossworlds today. For the first time in like a while. Yeah, Crossworlds is on sale for $42. I bet that pissed off Sega. Oh, I imagine it did. Because having their premiere Sonic game not being able to be played, just even for a free weekend, which means they've lost sales. And in fact, they've lost sales more because now the game got broken because of Denuvo. Here we go. Yeah, thank you, Magma. Here, we'll go ahead and give this a read. From engamegpu.com. Sonic Racing Crossworlds free weekend ruined by Denuvo. Here we go. Sega has launched a free weekend promotion for the Sonic racing game Sonic Racing Crossworlds on Steam. The event runs from April 30th to May 4th, 2026. This game, a competitor to the Mario Kart series, offers racing. Immediately after the start of the promotion, players encountered a technical problem related to the built-in Denuvo protection system. When attempting to launch the game, an error message from the anti-piracy software would appear on the screen. The system would erroneously block access and inform users they did not have a licensed copy. This completely prevented the game from being launched during the free weekend. The developers responded to the complaints and confirmed the issue on their official Steam page. On the evening of April 30th, studio representatives announced that the Denuvo authorization has been resolved. Free access is currently functioning correctly, and the incident sparked criticisms of the game's DRM protection due to its high resource consumption and constant internet connection required. And in fact, this is what it is. They did not say it was Denuvo related, because they're obviously not going to say it was Denuvo, because they don't want to say that, but it was Denuvo. So yeah, stuff like this might no longer bother with anything that has Denuvo attached.
Yay.
I kind of stopped caring when it came to Denuvo. Like, I understand why people don't like it, but I'm also like, there's too many games today that don't have them. If, like, even older games are having them now. Like, anything pretty much in the last decade has Denuvo, and it's annoying. So, shame, but that was a thing that happened. I can't believe I forgot that one for the docket. Thank you, Magma. Let's see. Oh, this is something I wanted to talk about. This is funny. A new US mobile network called Radiant Mobile is launching, specifically marketed to Christians. It operates on T-Mobile's 5G network and uses advanced filtering technology to block pornography at the carrier level, a feature that cannot be disabled even for adult accounts. It also filters content related to gender and sexuality by default, though adults can adjust this setting. Plans start at around $30 per month for unlimited service, with a portion of the fees donated to the customer's chosen church. The service aims to provide a faith-focused environment free from porn and certain cultural content, according to its founders. Yeah, so that's a thing. Don't know how well that will go.
I'm not gonna get it.
I'm not either.
Personally, I don't need it.
Like, look, maybe I'm of the mind that, like, I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because using your faith to block adult content, I don't like that.
So I have this contentious opinion. People may think I'm stupid for it. I believe that censorship will probably happen, but it will not be from the left first. Like, the left will not be the main progenitor of it.
Hmm.
It will be the right that does it.
No, I feel like I agree with that one.
And I don't want to say that because I am more of a conservative individual, but based off of how I see a lot of right-leaning people acting recently,
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's the right that's going to be pushing censorship.
I agree.
And actually passing censorship.
It isn't being forced on anyone, though. It's not being forced, but it is, like, pseudo forcing. Like, if you signed up for this network because of the price, and you may not know what you're getting into, well, if it's blocking you, because, like, if you're paying for the device, guess what? The device is yours. You're paying for the access to be able to call, but the fact is that this is built into the service, built into the phone at the carrier level to block adult content. No.
Censorship isn't a left or right issue. It's not a left or right issue, but I feel like, unfortunately, the right is more wanting to censor based off of how I see some of them talking about things than other places.
No,
No.
yeah. Then you change carriers or change services? No, yeah, you can change services.
If I looked at routers, of course I've looked at routers. I definitely keep up with that shit. Especially since routers are, like, something that are very important to me. No, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I think my biggest concern right now is, like, what the fuck the right is going to do. Because don't get me wrong, I really hated the censorship that I saw that the left did.
Mm-hmm.
It was really bad.
Oh, yeah, so did I.
But I am worried that the right is going to do a lot of things in the name of protecting children or trying to get rid of gooning.
Right, yeah.
Like, the amount of content creators I saw last year that were just for all kinds of censorship, I was just like, what the fuck am I seeing right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see this being okay for kids. Because, like, if you don't want your kids to, like, go look at adult content, it's a fairly watered down version of, like, your normal stuff. but I feel like in terms of like your general use, I'm not a huge fan of it. Especially when the idea is to block adult content.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Again,
don't necessarily think that will be the main vector as well. I think it could be a multitude of vectors.
speaking of, and ironically, I'm seeing say, where is it? I lost it. Where is it? Where is it? I lost it. It was in the thing. Conservative cuck, or sorry, cuck-servatives. Yeah. So I guess we'll kind of lean into that. Ironically, I know it sounds weird that I say that, but this happened this week. From Hijabi Gamer. Hey Bungie, why am I blocked by this guy? I spent $100 for Edge of Fate on PlayStation. I've been playing Destiny 2 since the beta. Oh, excuse me. I am one of the few people left making Destiny content. I am wearing Destiny 2 socks. Why would you admit that? Anyway, and I am blocked by the community manager. I don't think I've ever interacted with this guy, and yet he went on a blocking spree. I am not the only one. So very inclusive for you. So, this one's weird.
Hilarious.
Well, specifically this person in particular is very weird. Because people actually, and this was in a community note. I'm going to grab the community note right now. So the community note actually went to 2 separate links where he did at least replied to DMG, who is the community manager. So him saying that he's never interacted with the community manager is already proven false because people already found times where he did. But there was something else that kind of caught my attention.
Okay.
It's some, yeah, here it is. So Luna Divine says he blocked anyone who criticizes him or the game. He's very comfortable in his echo chamber. Hijabi replies saying, and this is why Destiny 2 is a mess. They are ignoring their audience. But then Play Warframe also blocked me. So now you have, and this is kind of where I started leaning a different direction with how people are responded to this.
I don't know. Play Warframe kind of blocks a lot of people.
They do end up blocking a lot of people. Especially because, like, if you look at Warframe, like, if you were to say
blocked me, though.
Twink in the in-game chat, not Twink, Femboy, calling, I forget his name, forget the Warframe's name.
Neja,
a Twink or a Femboy, will get you banned, at least in the in-game chat.
Yep.
So, but then seeing that, it's like, it got me wondering, like, is this legitimate or is he having like a crash out, essentially? But, Grums actually said, so Bungie's main community manager is proactively blocking swaths of conservative accounts, and it's hilarious. Pronouns of bio and definitely a lefty. Remember, these people tried to sue. You don't even need to bring in Trump and how that whole thing. You don't need to bring that up to MG. But I've seen several reports, like Dr. Disrespect was blocked, and other people in the comments saying they were blocked by DMG.
Dr. Disrespect is fair. I should probably block him, honestly.
That's fair. But I've also noticed people, and this is not in the docket because this just was so much that I forgot to grab it. People are also being blocked by the official Bungie account as well. And in fact, it's a lot of the same people DMG is blocking, which led people to believe that DMG is also the one running the Destiny Twitter, or that's actually the Bungie Twitter account.
I mean, he probably is.
And he's going around blocking. A lot of the people, again, I'm obviously not going to be able to say, oh, this person's a conservative. But if the community manager for Bungie directly is going around blocking people just because of their political affiliation, which is conservative, just because they're conservative, that's a no-no. Like, if they're doing something to deserve the ban or the block, that's different.
Right.
But
I think the thing that it does like cut off a major portion of your potential viewer base, and it doesn't really send a good message that we will block you if you have the wrong political opinions.
I agree. Like, if he was blocking people that were like from any like political leaning, it was based on their actions, I probably wouldn't even be covering this. I'll be honest. But the fact that, as far as we're aware, he's only blocking conservatives.
As far as we know.
As far as we are aware, yeah.
They've been the most vocal.
Yeah. The person is allowed to, however, the company cannot do that. Look at the side scrolls drop. Yeah, exactly. He's allowed to do it. Well, okay, this is another bit of a problem as well. He is allowed to, yes. But I would say I'd be better. I'd say better if he had a second account that was like separate from like his like labeling as community manager.
I was about to say DMG is his second account.
Right. But if he had a second, like an actual like properly like second private account where it was just him and not his labeling that he is the community manager for Destiny and Bungie. But the fact that he is listed as the community manager for Destiny and Bungie, that means he also posts things that people like go to see, like, oh, is there something going on that needs to be urgently discussed by the community manager, like a bug in a game or a bug in one of the games, like Marathon,
right.
Destiny, etc., and they hear it from him first. Well, to be fair, you can still view public posts. You just can't reply to him.
Right.
But this rubs me the wrong way.
It does. I had some people say, well, shouldn't he be allowed to block whoever he wants? And it's just like, yes, but the question eventually becomes like, because people on the left tried to sue Trump for blocking them. It's just like, what point as a public figure should you not be allowed to do that?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what point should fame for you in a company? Because like that's a question that should be answered for all content creators, I guess. Like, at what point should you not be allowed to block people?
Exactly.
Because of how big you are. You know. Not smart to block anyone? Nope, which is why I mute most people.
Yep. The only people I do end up blocking are like the occasional Twitter bots.
Not saying I've never blocked people, but I very seldomly blocked people.
If his personal account is also his work account, then no. Yeah. That's the thing, is like it's technically both with him. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about this because I don't think he should be blocking people as the community manager. But I also understand, like, you know, you have different, you know, if you have actual legitimate reasons for doing it, but if you're just blocking people to block people, I'm not a huge fan of that.
Bots are on the rise. You don't block bots, just report them. That gets rid of them.
Yeah.
That's way too many people to block.
This isn't the only Bungie stuff we've gotten, though. Actually, there was some stuff today, and this upset me. Bungie has revealed a multi-year narrative plan for Marathon. Creative director Julia Nardin explained that the team has the overall story direction mapped out, but will keep it flexible to incorporate player feedback. She stated, "We know where we want to take the story over the next few years, but I don't want to say it's completely locked in because it's important to us that our players be able to help shape it. The backstory of what happened to Tau Ceti is locked, with more clues to be revealed over time as the story evolves. It's also important that players can jump into Marathon at any time. They'll always be able to uncover the mystery of Tau Ceti's past while experiencing its present. We want every season to be a new entry point and for new players to be able to understand what's going on regardless of how long we've all been running." Yeah.
So this is not good news for people that like Destiny.
So I went off today when I saw this.
Did you crash out?
I did. as a former Destiny player, at the beginning of near the end of 2025, beginning of 2026, Bungie said that they'd be releasing a multi-year-long roadmap for Destiny 2. We still don't have that multi-year-long roadmap.
It could come at the end of the year.
It shouldn't be coming at the end of the year, though.
Who cares? Bungie has let go of Destiny 2.
Sounds like
Unless
Magma got
we're-
an earful. I think I specifically, and I might, YouTube might get me for this. I essentially called Bungie, dick sucking idiots. Let's go with that one. That's a very tame version of what I said.
You didn't call him an N-word or anything?
No, I didn't. In fact, we're sitting on a content delay right now too. We are sitting on one of the biggest content delays the game has ever had, if not the biggest. And Bungie removed even more developers from Destiny and moved them over to Marathon. So Destiny is probably sitting at under 100 developers total. Dog slurs used. Maybe. Mildly. Got it. Chicken swallowing regards. Yes. Just put out Destiny 1 remaster with port to PC while they work on D3. Only being that yeah, no, absolutely. Bing, not Bing, yeah. So, look, I don't care that they're wanting to focus on Marathon as like their big game right now. But when you say something is coming and it is now the 5th month of 2026 and we're hearing literally nothing out of you, no, that's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I'd be more okay with just saying we're done with Destiny 2. If you just said we're done with Destiny 2, I'd be like, okay, fine. At least you've said something. But with this, stop with this slow death. Either continue making content or just quit entirely.
They want to keep it there as long as possible so that you continue to give them money.
Ironically, I actually debated buying the 2 expansions for Destiny today with the condition that I have to play them with the shot caller.
Regular Destiny?
D2. Both Edge of Fate and Renegades are on sale for $24. And I figure, and I didn't buy them. I want to specify this. I did not buy them.
He really wanted to, though, Chad.
I really debated it, though. Tape bought them, though. I was there when he bought them.
Tape, I'm disappointed.
I had the money on my account, so I bought them. Exactly. But that would break Bungie's track record of lying to the community. Fair. You know what? Fair. Bungie can't stop doing that one either. I just uninstalled. I can't go back. No, I this is the problem. It's like, I want... Okay, just throw me under the bus, dog.
I'm gonna have to dock your pay, Tape. Less ice cream for the next day.
Oh, no. Oh.
The dog took away your ice cream. How does that make you feel?
You only get broccoli now. For the next 24 hours.
Hey, I'm not that inhumane.
At that price, it's not bad. The lightsaber is good, fun, but got bored pretty quickly after I unlocked it. That's what I've heard, is that Renegades is fairly decent, and Edge of Fate is worse than Curse of Osiris. That's a very low bar. And the fact that it's broken that low bar and gone even lower, damn.
That is very sad, yeah.
So, I didn't buy it. I debated it, but I did not buy it. This hints at the next of studio closures. Maybe. I don't know. I doubt studio closure. But...
Oh, no, they're not going to close. Not for a while. They're useful to
Sony.
Sony.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see the end of Destiny, and that will really hurt them.
Mm-hmm. Only thing holding me back from D1 is having to buy PS Plus to play it. Same. Yeah. And I'm not doing that. I'm not giving Sony more money for that either. Here we go. Blizzard has released the Cozy Treehouse Retreat Bundle player housing exterior and decor pack on the Battle.net store for $75.
I mean, do you get to go inside it?
Blizzard has released the blah, blah. Okay, this pack features 2 new springtime housing exteriors and a ton of new decor.
It's an exterior.
The Cozy Treehouse Retreat costs $75 worth of heart steel and comes with spring and garden-themed housing exteriors, as well as numerous decor. We previously data mined many of the new spring decor available at this pack. Blizzard has updated the shop to include a purchases for the exteriors alone at $40 worth of heart steel, as well as individual decor. Bungie. Not Bungie. Sorry, Force of Habit.
Only reason Akko says he won't isolate tape to broccoli is because he can't gum the broccoli. That's not true. If you make really nice broccoli, you steam it right, and you soak it in juices, you can eat broccoli with gums. And I'm chewing pretty good right now, actually.
You could buy rocks. Who wants rocks?
I know the Boulder King, Matt Jarbo, probably does.
Chat, you could buy a stump. Who wants to buy a stump?
Dog has Bungie PTSD. He does. It's like having an ex-girlfriend.
Chat, you can buy an egg. Yeah. So.
With a nose on it.
The fact that this is just, this is $75. Why?
Because they know people will buy it.
Blizzard, why? I get upset looking at this. Especially when 14, there's nothing you can buy for your house outside of earning it in-game.
It's crazy to think that this all started from Horse Armor DLC.
Yeah. Which was made by Bethesda, which now both World of Warcraft, which means Blizzard, and Bethesda are owned by the same company now. Yay! It's Blizzard. I hate that I have Hearthstone addiction sometimes. Is Hearthstone still even running? I haven't heard anyone talk about Hearthstone recently.
Before I ever play Hearthstone, I will go back to Magic, which I've considered, by the way.
I mean, you have the
a lot of Magic card game stuff.
You have the mobile game.
I'm not
at least
play
the digital game.
Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not gonna do that.
I think we should just stop supporting game companies that begins with B. Isn't WoW being turned into Sims but MMO? Yeah. So, this can I just like? Yeah, you can actually check the end game. It literally is $75. That wasn't a joke.
I imagined it wasn't, considering that we said, hey, this is $75.
Oh my god, Blizzard. What a waste of a company these days. Okay, so we'll get into this. Valve is launching the new Steam controller on May 4th.
I think we talked about that.
We might have. I honestly forget. Last Dogwave was so big that I just can, like...
No, I meant today.
No, we talked about it briefly when we were starting stream. But it's a thing now. What do you think of its design?
It looks just like the Steam Deck.
Okay. I know that the Steam controller has kind of gotten into a little bit of drama. Mostly because it is $100.
I'm surprised it's not because it's exclusive to just Steam.
Well, from what I've heard, that's not the case after all, but we'll find out when I get it, because I'm buying it tomorrow, and I'll wait for it to come in the mail. But people, so like here, like I think this image isn't helping, because it's like, oh, we're comparing it to the base Xbox controller or the base PlayStation controller, when I think a lot more people have kind of come under the idea that no, this should not be compared to those two. This should be compared more to the Elite controllers of those two. So like the Pro controller for the Switch, the DualSense Elite, the Xbox Elite controller, etc. Because it has TMR sticks, it has touchpads, it has 4 back buttons, it has like several other things about it. And I'm gonna even just play the video in the background. So there's like something. So
you could put the ukulele music on that.
I could, but its hardware is closer to the Elites. Yeah,
I'll save that for Dawn.
So it has a lot of Pro controller feelings. Yeah, 4 back grip buttons, a grip sensor, 2 trackpads. Yeah. It's not a regular controller. It is definitely leaning more towards a Pro controller. Which I think is kind of the audience what Valve is wanting for this. And in that regard, it actually is one of the cheapest of the Pro controllers. The cheapest one being the Switch 2 Pro controller. But if I'm using the Switch 2 Pro controller, I'm just going to use an Xbox controller because it's the same controller, just B is where, like, A is where B is, and B is where A is. And I'm like, no, I'm good. No. So, I don't know. I will be comparing it to my 8BitDo controller. I will probably end up trying to use it for a week. And then we'll see how I feel with it from there.
You know what's funny? I did that that ad for 8BitDo.
Mm-hmm.
People are telling me that the keyboard I advertised gets returned a lot, and I'm like, that's weird. I like this keyboard. It works pretty well. It's sitting on my shelf right now. I'm surprised that people return it.
Xbox ass looking menu. Ironically, we were talking about 8BitDo today when we were talking about it, because I feel like the best comparison for this controller, at least for me, is the 8BitDo Ultimate 2 Ultimate 2 controller.
Which is a good one.
Yeah, I really like it. Honestly, I even said, like, I was kind of debating it as well. It's like, if this controller ever failed, would I just, like, say, okay, well, I've had a bad experience with this, I'll just go back and buy an Xbox controller. No, 8BitDo has sold me. TMR sticks. It has a charging dock. The dock works as a puck, or not a puck, but like for the USB sticks, I could just plug the actual dock into my computer and then acts as the receiver. Yeah, it also has gyro. It is more responsive than Bluetooth, yes. Would I ever use the touchpads? I don't know, honestly. I can see uses for them.
Touchpads? I mean, I know the immediate use is going to be Portal 2.
Yeah, and obviously they're showing their own games with this too. And well, actually, they show Balatro, which is not their own game, but I think a lot of people's biggest concerns with this controller is actually the placements of the sticks. When I watched the Linus Tech Tips review of this controller, they specifically mentioned that if you push both sticks inwards, you could basically touch tips, essentially, like with your finger or your thumbs.
Right.
And that could be a turnoff to some people. That really is dependent on your hands. That's not going to be every person. Also, most games almost never have you doing that. Linus touching tips. Well, he is Canadian.
He is.
He is Canadian. So I don't know. I don't mind the price tag for this. I think $100 for what it offers is fair. Especially when you compare it to the other Elite controllers. Now, if we were comparing this to the basic controllers, this might be too much.
Uh-huh.
But compared to the basic controllers versus the Elite controllers, I do think this has a leg up over all of them. Remember, it's only gay if the tips touch. Yeah. So, again, this comes out tomorrow. If people are interested in buying it, I will actually post the link in chat if people are interested in picking this up for themselves. Where is the link on Steam? Popular upcoming Steam controller. So, yeah. Normal Xbox controllers are like 60. This is very true. Normal Xbox controllers are 60. The 8-bit Duke controller I use is around 50, I think. So
50, yeah.
I understand why people would not want to pay $100 for this. I do.
It's a premium controller.
It is a premium controller, though.
If you're not a premium person, this is not for you.
Is it being released Eastern? Here, let me bring it up so people can see it. It is being released tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. So if you're Eastern, that'll be 1 p.m. So be ready. It's high quality hardware. It is. I'm saying it's justified having a double the features than a basic Xbox controller. Yeah. And Valve has already said they are still partnering with iFixit for this, like for their upcoming products. And this thing will be completely, fully repairable. In fact, from what I've heard from the Gamers Nexus review, the battery in it is not soldered or glued down. So you could just pop the back off. If that battery fails, you could just pull the battery out and swap it. So that's great. And if they're still working with iFixit, that means just about every part in this thing will be replaceable. So instead of having to go spend, oh, my Xbox controller had a fault, I guess I'll just go buy a new one. There's $60 more down the tube. It's, hey, I'm going to buy this $5 to $20 part and just fix it myself instead of spending $100 on a new one because a trigger is having an issue.
No, I agree. Yeah. They are really like trying to go deep into helping you keep it longer.
Mm-hmm. So for me, that's worth it. Just the full repairability of this thing, worth it alone. I already have an Xbox Elite controller and a base PlayStation controller, so I don't know why. Well, that's fair. Like, every controller, I feel, comes down to personal preference. Like, if this isn't your cup of tea, that's fine. But other people might need this. Like, I know Magma needs one. He needs to buy a new controller because his controller is literally falling apart. Its sticks are borked. His buttons are kind of weird off, like funky. He needs a new controller, but he's been holding out for this one. And I'm not saying I want this to replace my 8-bit Duke controller, but if this controller impresses me enough, it might. And if it doesn't, I'll probably still use it for like a Steam machine if I get one. I'll definitely use it for my Steam frame.
Which is coming sometime this year, hopefully.
Yeah. So, again, it all comes down to preference. And by the time some people are like, okay, maybe I'll give it a shot, it'll probably be more in stock. I suspect it'll go out of stock tomorrow. So if you're going to buy it, basically scalped. Be ready. Yeah. It's going to be scalped.
Hopefully not, but...
Valve had stuff in place to stop Steam Deck from being scalped. So, maybe. And to be fair, this isn't like a new console. This is just a controller. So maybe it won't be scalped like to the degree. Because, oh boy, what's special about a controller when you could buy something, you know, similar anyway?
Again, Temp, we just showed off Pop-Tarts.
Fair. Fair. If my Elite controller breaks, I'll probably buy one of these. Yeah. Dog goes Bork. Bork. They scalp graphics cards are kind of like scalping consoles, admittedly. Again, I could be wrong. But if you're planning to buy one of these tomorrow, I would just kind of be at the ready to like just click buy immediately. I know I will have to. So, yay. I know I'm excited for it. So we'll kind of see how it goes in the end. Counterpoint, Akko. The controller doesn't have Pikachu on it. Ah, you know what? Fair.
That doesn't make that. Listen, people are scalping stress toys. Like, there is a stress toy out there. I can't remember what it's called. People are scalping it. It's normally like $5. People are scalping it for $20, $30 because people have like gotten interest in it.
Yeah.
If there is something that people are interested in, broke ass bitch losers that don't work a regular 9 to 5 and work for less than minimum wage are gonna go out to try and get these things.
Mm. Yeah. Exactly.
I hate that I have to compete with scalpers just for me to open cards myself.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon, scalpers are going to start going after groceries again if we have groceries go up in price.
Yeah.
Gas is already going to hit $4 for me sometime this month, I feel.
So, I don't know. If you're interested in this controller, it comes out tomorrow morning. So, be ready to buy it if you want it. If this isn't your cup of tea and you're looking for something cheaper but similar, I do recommend the 8x2 controller. This one was interesting. The FCC just dropped a hammer on Disney, forces early license renewal over DEI woke crap. The FCC is ordering Disney to immediately file for renewal of its ABC TV station licenses within the next 30 days. Years ahead of schedule. They weren't due until 2028 through 2031. Raising serious concerns over the company's radical diversity, equity, and inclusion agenda. The filing cites possible violations of the Communications Act of 1934, specifically the prohibition on unlawful discrimination. Chairman Carr is calling it essential under the public interest standard. FCC Chairman Carr broke it down on a podcast with Katie Miller, wife of White House Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. So, interesting.
Not quite sure why, but it's really interesting.
Depending how things go, this could actually force a change within Disney.
It might. Again.
Yeah, we'll see. Car broke down? Well, that sucks. Hopefully you're not broken down for too long and you are able to get it fixed quickly. I need an article for this one. Yep, here, Magma. I'll send this one to you. I severely doubt it. I doubt it too. Does this mean we'll finally get good movies and shows that they were known for? No.
No.
They will probably find a way around this.
You're funny, chat.
It's Disney. Looks like ethnic discrimination. So, I saw that one. I thought it might be funny for the docket, but it's not really much of... And until anything comes out of that, there's not really much you can do with that one.
I want to know what Andrew Esquire thinks.
Fair. We also had the release this week of S&Box. Do you know what S&Box is?
Nope.
Okay. So, S&Box, I'm going to kind of give the trailer a little bit of a watch.
It's Gary's Mod 2.
It's Gary's Mod 2, yeah. From what I have heard, it's apparently very low on Steam reviews right now. Primarily, some people are saying that this game has an unholy amount of AI slop.
Okay.
Yeah, Facepunch has actually responded to this, but we'll get to the rest of that first. Gary Newman addressed the issue of AI slop in the recently released S&Box spiritual successor to Gary's mod, stating low quality, obvious AI slop, obvious AI created slop is going to be a growing problem in every creative outlet. We don't encourage using AI to be creative. We don't encourage using AI to create games for you, but we do acknowledge it's a good learning tool and a good productivity tool. We'll be taking action to promote human creativity and push obviously AI created slop off the main page. And this was an article by Rock Paper Shotgun. But there actually was a post release from Facepunch about this game. So we're going to give this a read. The release went pretty much exactly as expected and has put us in profit for this month. We've enjoyed seeing people play on Twitch and YouTube and hearing all the feedback from you guys. A lot of it has already started to be implemented. The backend went down once or twice. One time we accidentally DDoSed ourselves. Wild. And one time we had to scale some services to meet demand. As it usually is in these scenarios, the services that got overwhelmed weren't the ones we had considered at all. Our current mixed review status of 44% wasn't unexpected. It's the reason we didn't want a front page takeover or any other push from Valve, because we wanted people to find this organically and not have it sold to them. The main complaints are AI slop, performance, and this isn't Gary's mod. Not forgetting, of course, our biggest fans got the game for free, so they can't leave a review. I want to talk through some of these complaints below. Play fund doubled. We released yesterday and made a bunch of money and got a bunch of new players, so we doubled the play fund to $1 million a year. Now, what is the play fund? I actually never even look at that. What is that? I have no idea. Okay, well, that doesn't explain much. Our hope is to grow this more over time. We'll review it in a month and see what we're able to do. AI slop. Now, this section's fairly big. The huge majority of games are created by smart, dedicated humans. So when the games are dismissed as AI slop, it's really an injustice to the work these developers have put in. Some games have their thumbnails created by AI, and so get dismissed too. I don't think these guys are doing themselves any favors, but it's easy, so people do it. AI is the teacher now. It's how people are going to learn how to program from now on. They're going to be generating their own examples and how it explain the code to them. I feel that outright banning the use of AI is a bad thing, because I'm not worried. I think human creativity is always going to win out. We're not an AI-based product in any way, but we live in the real world, and we're not anti-AI either. We're not going to put a pointless AI assistant button for no reason. We're not going to shove any AI tools down your throat. We're not going to have a make game wizard that generates code for you. But if the best game in the world is made using the help of AI, we're not going to tell you that you can't post it. Our discovery algorithm isn't perfect right now, but we're improving it every day. The main aim is that good games float to the top and the bad games float to the bottom. We're offering new, fresh content to people all the time. I'm assuming the play fund is to help people, fund people that make things for them. Maybe, yeah. Community style, exactly, yeah. Very accurate. And then performance. One of the biggest things we're getting nailed is on performance, so we wanted to share where we are with it, what we're doing now, and what our long-term plans are. If you're coming from Gary's mod, things are going to feel different. Gary's mod runs on a 20-year-old engine that'll hit 300 FPS on a toaster. We're not there yet, and it's a fair comparison to make. We're aware that mid-range hardware in particular is having a rougher time than it should. This is the worst the performance will ever be. We've been improving and will continue to improve. We know what the bad stuff is, and we know how to solve it. We have a roadmap full of things we're actively working on to do it. I'm eating Buffalo Wild Wings triple chocolate chip cookie. It's too much chocolate for me, but fair. I hope it's good. Here's what I found. If you make a game or a map and people play it, we'll give you some money. The more people play it, the more money we'll give you. Fair. As Macho Man once said, the cream will rise to the top. Gary's mod is a mod of Valve's Source Engine as a whole. It is, yeah. I doubt people are going to move away from classic Gary's mod en masse. Yeah. Bonesaw is ready. I love seeing people replies on 2016 Beaming Drive because it had horrible performance and it's good now. Exactly. And then performance public metrics. We sample performance data from the players across all varieties of hardware, and we display it all right here on sbox.game. This means when we fuck up, you can hold us accountable, and when we improve, we can gloat. Here you can see we've improved from a 17 millisecond average to a 12 millisecond average in the past 6 months. This is from looking at profilers, seeing the worst thing, and improving it. Rinse and repeat. Here's our average frame times we're seeing on the most popular low to high-end hardware. So a Ryzen 5 3600 and an RTX 3060 getting around 54 FPS. A Ryzen 7 7800 plus an RTX 4070 is getting around 108 FPS. With the Ryzen 7 9800 and RTX 5080 is getting around 125 FPS. There's a lot to improve on here across all hardware tiers, but it's not completely tragic. Each combination will have its own set of limitations we'll have to solve. Most modern engines spread rendering work across multiple frames. Temporal upscaling, temporal AA, amortized GI. It's fast, but it all adds up to a blurry ghost mess that falls apart the moment you move. We're not doing that. We render one frame every frame. It should look great in motion, not just screenshots. We're doing forward rendering, MSAA, and everything in one frame. This is a challenge. There are problems that are harder to solve, but we'd rather face those challenges than take the shortcut other modern engines do. I love seeing reply. Yeah. Creamy Manjaro. You know, this cookie lacks chocolate chips. It's fine, but I think you'd like it. Fair. I don't mind chocolate. It's just too much. Too much. But fair. A release to a wider audience always brings focus onto the most important things that we need to do. We had development challenges ahead of us. Sorry, we have development challenges ahead of us, but this is what we're here for. This is what we love. We love it when things break because then we get to fix them. We want the opportunity to show everyone what we can do. We want that fight. And then they added a whole bunch of changes, like server browser groups games instead of a flat list. Server browser shows ping, and just, you know, some other minor, you know, things. But honestly, there's a lot here that I'm like, I approve. I very much, I'm approving of where they're going with this. I'm probably going to wait a month or two and see where we sit then. But as of right now, if anyone wanted this game, it is $20 on Steam. So if this game is your cup of tea, you want to play something like this, it is there. And obviously, because it is essentially Gary's mod, but modern, you will be able to do a lot with it. I know in this trailer they showed off stuff like what is essentially here. We'll back up. Like there is a survivors type game, like Vampire Survivors. I saw, yeah, Fall Guys right here. I know I saw like a roller coaster tycoon type game mixed in here somewhere. So it's very interesting. I think this game has a lot of potential. It needs to be given it time to cook, and the devs themselves know that. Will there be doors stuck? Probably. Add ragdolls, Karis. They probably will add ragdolls. For now, I'd rather them focus on getting the game functional than adding ragdolls. But I do approve of what they've done. This is a game for Vanos and crew. We could also, like, maybe our group could also do this. Models remind me of Schedule 1. It does remind me of Schedule 1, yeah. So I think in the end, this game will probably end up doing fairly well. It's just right now, it's not quite there yet. But I do think it is on the right track. I can only see this as a streamer bait. Right now, yes. Right now, yes, I agree. It's streamer bait. Which is why give it a few months. We'll see how it is. Like right here, that's the Gary's mod like creator gun. Does the game have titties? Because titties makes everything better. I've not seen anything out of the game yet for that, but maybe down the line with like female models, maybe. Yeah, see, Roller Coaster Tycoon game, like right here. I think that, ironically, is what I'm most interested in because it's been years for me. So I don't know. I will definitely be looking at this one a little closely and see where we're at in a few months. Because I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Akko did have to walk away, so we're gonna not do our main topic quite yet. Here, we'll do this. Bound into comics, Subnautica 2 early access hits May 14th amid publisher dispute. Despite the legal drama surrounding Subnautica's sequel, the release date is almost upon us. An announcement was made that Subnautica 2 early access will release on May 14th, along with price confirmation. The news was announced on the game's Steam page with a cinematic trailer. According to the post, the game will be priced at $29.99, though there's no information on whether the price will rise in the future once it's out of early access. Even so, the news is exciting for fans who have waited for the highly anticipated sequel. Unfortunately, the game had a messy pre-launch period after Subnautica developers Unknown Worlds Entertainment had to deal with the legal battle against the previous publisher, Krafton. Thankfully, Unknown Worlds Entertainment has seen their first win when Krafton was ordered to reinstate Subnautica 2 CEO. After that, news quickly began to be released, with Unknown Worlds Entertainment quickly announcing early access. And after that, Krafton was soon dropped as publisher, leaving Subnautica 2 to be published independently. And it seems like Unknown Worlds is ready to hype up the game. As the announcement said, we have plenty more in store for you as we count down to early access on May 14th. Fans are already being encouraged to watch their socials for more news, information, and community events ahead of the release, along with the early access date release and price information. The Steam store has added more screenshots to get people excited. It's fine. Welcome back.
You tell chat what happened?
No.
Okay, chat, I nearly died.
The octopus choked.
Well, unlike previous times where the choking happens in the lower part of the throat outside of the breathing tube, I was trying to take a drink of milk, and when you got something stuck in your throat and you introduce liquids, you literally are drowning yourself.
Mm. No, I agree. Yeah,
Why I'm very careful to eat and then drink at the same time. I actually try to swallow before I take a drink for that very reason.
Mm.
And I almost died.
Dying is against TOS.
I took that drink and then I realized, oh shit, I can't breathe. The airways are closed up, so I had to basically tilt my head forward to get the milk out of my throat so I could start breathing again.
Fun.
And let me tell you, that's terrifying.
It is, yeah. I've had too many times where I have laughed while drinking something and ended up choking really hard on that.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and give the Subnautica 2 trailer a watch. It is 2 minutes long. I'm not going to play audio on stream for sake of... Yeah, 1440p. Okay. But this way, at least, if something does come up that YouTube doesn't like or copyright stuff, at least it's fine. The models definitely do look a lot better in this cutscene than they did.
They do.
Because when the game was first announced, they looked real bad.
Well, when the game was first announced, it was unfinished.
Yeah.
I thought Subnautica 2 was Black Wind in the Arctic. That was Subnautica 1.5.
Subnautica 2 is actually a co-op game. Like, you can play it single player, but it is intended to also be played co-op. Akko, it's you.
That doesn't look like me.
Oh, those are pretty.
That's not me. That's not me. That's a clam. Cam, that's a clam.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay, this is very pretty. What the hell is that?
You see a giant structure and think to yourself, man, that's pretty?
It's Akko's beak. Sub-Zero is not a sequel. Yeah, so there's Subnautica, and then there's Subnautica Below Zero, which Below Zero is more of a story-focused game and not survival crafting like the first game was. Subnautica 2, based on what we've seen, is going to be more of like the first game.
I'm going to assume so.
I remember actually, so it came out of an article recently, it was either an article or it was a Twitter post, I forget, where one of the lead developers from the first game said that they had, what is the fear of water? Like of deep water?
I can't remember.
I was talking about it and I had it right properly, and now I'm blanking on what that is called. It's not tryptophobia. It's thalassophobia. Thank you. It's thalassophobia. And that during developing Subnautica 1, he actually ended up breaking that phobia of like his thalassophobia. It was gone. It was
so
great.
What you're telling me is, you need to develop a game about swimming underwater, and you'll beat your fear of water.
But he did say during the development of Subnautica 2 that the squid thing that we saw in the first trailer, that broke him, and that brought back his thalassophobia. That thing scared him shitless. So, yay, I think. I don't know. That's concerning. When we played, oh, buddy, Temp will be screaming. So, me and Magma will be playing Subnautica 2 on stream. We don't know how long that will go, obviously, because the game is in early access. So, not everything is going to be there.
Right.
So, we'll see how long that lasts. I don't know when we're starting that. Might be on the 14th.
I am at least planning to play it with Mizu. Me and Mizu agreed to do that.
Fair.
We might have to find a new third person, though.
Well, I think it's only 2 people.
I thought it was 3.
Well, let's see. For now, let's take a look at the new trailer. The 2-minute video offers a great look at what to expect, yet feels very reminiscent of the first game. We start with a stunning look at the new underwater world before getting a peek at the underwater vehicle, similar to the Seamoth. This video, the video seems to really highlight the multiplayer aspect, as 2 are seen riding outside of the vehicle. As we pan into a cave-like setting, we see someone mining for material, which is similar to the first game by hitting rocks. Well, yes, as you would. However, new technology is quickly hinted at as what seems to be a pulse weapon or collector is brought out. The trailer becomes hilarious as we watch one person really focus on their goal of collecting materials as absolute chaos is happening in the background. But did anyone else notice that the creature that pops out of the sandy floor has a Leviathan-like face? We're quickly presented with the new creatures, a hint at possible artifact collecting with the strange statue, and of course, the immense stress and dangers of the water. And wait a second, creatures in more terrain outside the water. For longtime fans, it's safe to say we're in for a treat. Make sure to keep checking back here for more swimming. Anyway, yeah. So, Subnautica 2 could be interesting. After Below Zero, my expectations are low. But...
oh, yeah, we'll wait and see.
But we'll see. Yeah. Lumi is back, by the way. Oh, good.
Is she? I mean, I know she's like got weird work hours now.
Well, if it's 3 people and you need another person, I can play it with you and Mizu if you want. But I do know I am planning on playing this with Magma as well, because it fits within like what we've been doing, like science dogs, like Abiotic and other stuff. So we'll see. We'll see when Magma wants to actually do that. I'm leaning towards the 16th. Yeah. Lumi reacted to the FanFests thing for 14. Lumi has a stream tomorrow. Oh, fun.
Well, I just know that she's not like... She's got other priorities. So, like, yeah. I know that... I know that it's not, like, the same, but...
Here we go. YouTube has introduced a new side-by-side ad format for live streams. The new main video player shrinks to make room for ads displayed alongside it on both desktop and mobile. While the ad plays, the live stream audio is muted, so viewers hear the commercial instead of the stream. Many users report it disrupts immersion during gaming, sports, and chat-heavy broadcasts. Viewers are also noticing more sponsored content appearing in the subscriptions feed. This is being widely viewed as a push towards YouTube Premium, which quickly rose to $15.99 per month for individual subscribers. The Twitchification of YouTube is shit. It is. It very much is. And they kind of gave an example of what it looks like here. So, at least I think this might be on... Yeah, this is on mobile. So it has the video shrunk down at the top, and the bottom is the ad. Admittedly, right. As much as I hate this, I like it more only because with how ads actually work, they completely removed the video you were watching. So if you were waiting for something to happen in the stream, you would lose it. Because you'd have to watch the ad. Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
Again, chat, and I need to do a work on video on this. There is technology that you can get to get rid of all ads. It's called Pi-hole. You can literally buy a Raspberry Pi. It has less than 1 to 2 gigs of RAM, and it can get rid of all ads on your DNS. I might need to do a video on that one day for people after I figure it out myself.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Tap it removes the audio. The second part is... No, I know it removes audio. The difference is, though, is how ads work, at least how they did work. I don't know if this is like the case all across the board now. Is the ad would take up the entire video, and you would not be able to see what's happening on the game, or whatever, on whatever you're watching. Removing the audio does suck. But...
Would you rather have video with no audio or just no video at all?
Video with no audio.
Because that's kind of what they're throwing out there now.
Like, depending on what you're watching, you might want the audio. But say, like, you're watching someone, like... Let's use Final Fantasy XIV as a great example, because we were talking about it earlier. If you were watching someone do, like, a raid clear, like your world's first raid clear for an ultimate raid, you're not caring about the audio, you're caring about what's happening on the screen when they clear it.
Ads during videos should not be a thing? I'm not saying they should.
No, they should not be a thing at all.
You had to choose.
Yeah.
You're going to have to choose now.
Mm-hmm. In the end, you're getting an ad. I'd rather have the video with no audio. Yeah. That's about where I'm at with it, too. But YouTube is making it incredibly hard to really care. They're still better than Twitch, but...
Again, there are services to get rid of your ads.
Yep.
You can also use Brave, chat. Brave is an amazing browser.
You can use uBlock in Brave. You can use the Brave ad blocker. You can... So, actually, another one that I actually recommend is GrayJ. That is a thing that you can use. Twitch has like 3-minute ads. Yeah. And all unskippable. So, Switch is worse. This will be an excuse to have less 5-second skip ads. YouTube's already trying to get rid of skipped ads entirely. So, okay. This one's quick. This one is interesting. Xeno Saga Pied Piper gets modern re-release. Publisher Gmode has re-released Xeno Saga Pied Piper, bringing the long-lost 2004 RPG from Japanese feature phones to modern platforms. Xeno Saga Pied Piper is now available on Steam and Switch, though it does not support English. The game was a spin-off of the original Xeno Saga and was co-developed by Monolith Soft, Namco, and Tom Create. It was co-written by the series creators Tetsuya Takahashi and Soraya Saga, and was the last entry in the series that Saga helped write. So we're not going to go through the story. But a port of the classic title originally released in 2006 for feature phones, part of Bandai Namco's acclaimed JRPG series, Xeno Saga. A spin-off to Xeno Saga and part of the Xeno meta series, the story follows the human life of cyborg Ziggy, a key character in the Xeno Saga trilogy, a century before the events of Xeno Saga Episode 1, and I'm not reading that. So, hey, if you were interested in playing Xeno Saga, there you go. Obviously, you cannot play it in English, but I'm sure there will be mods to play it in English, if that is your cup of tea. But it does mean that Bandai Namco is actually now looking at Xeno Saga again, which is very exciting. If none of these names meant anything to you with Monolith or Tetsuya Takahashi, Monolith Soft was bought by Nintendo a few years back, and Takahashi is the CEO of Monolith Soft and is the creator of Xenoblade Chronicles. And actually, Xeno Saga is referenced in the final DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Actually, there's actually some hints to the whole, at the end of that DLC that implies that Xeno Saga and Xenoblade are in the same universe now, which is interesting. So, yay. So, I really hope that this means that, Bandai Namco is bringing other Xeno Saga games potentially to other platforms. It'd be nice to see the original trilogy brought to PC, and made in English.
I am unfamiliar with the series.
It's Xenoblade before Xenoblade.
Okay.
So, okay, let's put it this way. We'll use Persona as like a weird example to this. Xeno Saga is like Persona 1 and 2, while Xenoblade is like Persona 3, 4, and 5. They are connected in some ways, but maybe not entirely connected. Okay. Would it be better to have a re-release of the 3 games or the proper 6-episode game structure? I'd like a re-release of the 3 games. Period. I want Xeno Saga to come back proper. Wasn't Saga between Gears and Blade? Yes. So, there's Xenogears, Xeno Saga, and Xenoblade. Xenogears was made by Monolith. Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase that. Xenogears was made by Squaresoft before they merged into Square Enix. Xenogears was also made by Tetsuya Takahashi. And actually, originally, Takahashi worked on Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6, I believe. And 6 was the last game he worked on because he wanted to go actually continue like his Xeno games, but he could not continue Xenogears because Square owned the rights to Xenogears. So then he moved on and ended up partnering with Bandai Namco and created Xeno Saga. Eventually, Bandai Namco also canned Xeno Saga, and he went on to start creating Xenoblade, and Nintendo was like, hey, I see what you're doing there. Let's do it. So, because of Nintendo, Xenoblade also exists. So,
right.
the Xeno meta series, essentially, as they kind of call it, is kind of like combined between Square Enix, Bandai Namco, and Nintendo. But
I'm assuming all different
Xenogears,
stories.
Xenogears is pretty much by itself entirely. Xeno Saga has some loose connection to Xenoblade, with Xenoblade being their primary thing. Xeno Saga had plenty of Kingdom Hearts levels of what the hell is going on. I have Xenoblade Chronicles X on Switch. So do I, and I need to get back to it. The problem is when I started playing it, it ran like garbage on the Switch. And then I was going to wait for Switch 2 to play it, because it should run better on the Switch 2, and then I never bought a Switch 2. I need to get back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. So bad. I don't know. I saw this come up on my feed today, and I was extremely excited about this, because it does mean that Bandai Namco is looking at Xeno Saga again.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome.
It's interesting.
Obviously, there will never be any proper ties between Xeno Saga and Xenoblade, because Nintendo literally owns Monolith. But they will probably make slight nods that the Xeno fans will go like, oh, I know what that is. And that's about it. This happened as well. Valve co-founder Gabe Newell appears in the promotional video for Leviathan, the 111-meter Oceanico super yacht he owns. Newell acquired the Dutch shipyard in 2025, and the vessel was delivered late that year. At 364 feet long, with a gross tonnage approaching 5,000 GT, Leviathan features diesel-electric hybrid propulsion, scientific laboratories, a professional dive center, medical facilities, and thoughtfully designed communal spaces.
My goodness. He's in a diving uniform.
Yeah, we got Gabe Newell in a diving uniform.
That's weird.
To be fair, this is kind of like another one of his passions next to gaming.
I know.
So I can't really blame him. Buy this man more super yachts.
You know, he's going to be the guy that helps discover Atlantis.
Yeah, he will be.
He's literally the rich guy that like says, "Oh, you take all my money and you go find Atlantis for me."
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a great loss once Lord Gaben passes away. Gabe living his best life. He is. On the note of Gabe Newell, in 2018, Gabe Newell quietly helped OpenAI a lot. He gave OpenAI $20 million because he believed early on that AI should grow in a safe and smart way. At that time, OpenAI was still deciding its future plans. Newell was the only member of a small, unofficial advisory group and gave them advice during that key early stage. Santa, what are you doing?
The advice was probably don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. He wants AI, but not in the way that they're pushing it now, as far as I'm aware. But again, I'm not in his mind, so I'm not quite sure. I've also heard rumors. I thought this was it. I don't know where that is. I must have completely lost it. That he was also in talks with Elon Musk about his own AI. And I think they kind of work together. In fact, Gabe Newell might have some minor hand in Grok. I don't know.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
But that one's pure speculation. I have no idea. Wait, will you be talking about the One Ring drama? If yes, please don't use this as a segue. No, we're not. No.
You don't want to talk about that?
The One Ring drama is not in the docket, so we're probably not going to talk about it.
Fair enough.
He needs to quit risking his life. I don't know if this is what he if yachts is what he wants to do. Let him do it. He's clearly
He'll
happy.
die doing what he loves at the bottom of the ocean.
Exactly. Speaking of companies, okay, well, this is fine. Let's go from one good company to one bad company. Roblox is giving creators more money. They will pay 42% more for sales from players who are 18 or older and have verified their age in the US. This only applies to games that use the R15 avatar system. It covers game passes, subscriptions, and other items players buy inside the game. Roblox is doing this because of the 18 to 34 age group grew more than 50% last year in the US, and these players also spend more than about 50% more than younger players. Creators made a record $1.5 billion in 2025. Roblox is also updating its homepage and game recommendations to show more big, high-quality games made for adults. So, Roblox.
I'm iffy on Roblox. I've really never touched it that much.
I've never touched it either. I don't like Roblox, but I'm mixed on this one. In concept, it's good. You know, you have like a system where you make games within like your thing, and you want to make money off that. Technically, they're allowing people to do that now, at least better. But at the same hand, it's Roblox, and I can't trust Roblox as far as I can throw them because holy wood chipper, Batman.
Right.
Like, in concept, this is good. In practice, I can't trust them at all. Period.
You don't trust them to give people more money?
I can't trust them to do what they're actually saying this is.
I'm just surprised. Like, I mean, government has said, oh, we're going to take a look at Roblox. I'm just surprised that Roblox is surviving as long as it has.
Yeah, I am too.
Man.
I am too. So, I'm going to go with this, at least in concept is fine, but I still don't like Roblox. All right. Let's talk about the big weird one of the night. The thumbnail topic. Oh, God, this is weird. New information. GameStop is preparing an offer to acquire eBay, according to a report from the Wall Street Journal.
So, if you pay attention to what GameStop has been doing recently, this actually makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah.
Especially with the fact that eBay owns TCG Player.
Mm-hmm.
And TCG Player is one of the biggest markets for secondary buying of Pokemon. Or just cards in general.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
that seems to be what it is.
Does GameStop even have the money? I'm actually sure they do have the money for this.
Did you guys see how they got shorted to a shit ton of money? They have the money.
So I actually might have the article.
They're offering like $120 a share. So over $52 billion.
Okay. I don't have the article because they're like, oh, if you want to read the article, you're going to pay us money. I do have this, though. GameStop CEO says he's making an offer to buy eBay for $56 billion. There's nobody who is more qualified based on my experience to run the eBay business. He'd be borrowing over $20 billion to help make the deal happen.
Did we participate in the GameStop?
No.
Short? I wish I did.
No.
It sounded like such a good idea now in hindsight.
In hindsight, yeah. Yeah, so GameStop does not have the money for this. But they figure, based on this, what I'm reading here, is that they assume they will make back their money by purchasing eBay. Or from the eBay purchase through eBay.
Again, like I said, eBay owns a lot of other things rather than just them.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see them pining after the secondary card market.
Mm-hmm. And actually, if you look at how GameStop has been acting lately, like the different posts they'll make when like the Sony or Nintendo or Xbox will be like, hey, we're raising the prices of our consoles, and then GameStop will come and be like, that we're not changing the prices here.
Right.
So there definitely does seem to be a shift in focus for GameStop, that maybe they're like, we might want to focus more on the used market. And if they end up buying eBay, who knows how the used game market
Used
will...
in secondary.
Yeah.
Because again, like I said, TCG Player is owned by eBay, I've been told.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's true, they could just go after the secondary market completely.
Yeah, exactly. And I think maybe that's what GameStop needs to do, is they need to completely double down on the used market.
My problem with GameStop is they're also scalping Pokemon.
Yeah.
The new products, the Elite Trainer box, which is normally $50, 40 to 50, is like 85 to 90 at GameStop.
Ugh.
That's scalper prices right there.
Yeah. I'm still not a fan of GameStop because they could sell games for like used games, and it's still like, oh, you know, pay us $50 and you have to see games, and I'm like, why would I buy a $50 used game when I could pay $10 more, get the same game new? Although, to be fair, even GameStop, I actually had way too many times where I bought a new game from GameStop and it was unsealed, and they're like, oh, well, we just put the game in the box and now it's new, here you go. It's like, excuse me, it is no longer new when you break that seal.
Right.
Don't lie to me. So, in concept, this might be fine, but I don't trust GameStop to do this right.
I don't know. We'll see.
The amount of times GameStop has seemingly fucked over people. Wouldn't they be keep competing against good places like Goodwill as an example? Potentially, yes. How much is eBay worth now anyway? I have no idea.
They're offering 52 billion, so
How much is eBay worth? Okay. Well, this is according to Brave, so take it, you know, however you want. But this is the eBay stocks right now. I'm not a stock reader, so I have no idea what I'm looking at, admittedly.
they're worth $104 a share, which makes sense. That is about what they're being offered.
Market cap is 46.2 billion.
Okay, so GameStop is offering another 10 billion to buy them.
Yep.
Man, they really want it.
So $12 billion over market cap. Yeah. So, I mean,
That could tell that they really want it.
eBay is probably going to make the deal. Compare that with GameStop. Okay, fair. How much is GameStop worth? 11.9 billion market cap, or 26.51 per share. Damn.
Wait, why do they think they can buy? Wow. Okay.
Hey, I wonder what that was. This little, like, shot to the moon here. Just
Listen,
I
if
wonder
you
what
look
that
at
is.
that saved them
that did save them.
because it did go down, but like they were at less than $10 a share when they were getting shorted.
Where are they getting the money? Laundering.
All the people that are selling them back, they're PSA slabs of Charizards.
Oh god.
All the people that are there are literally people that buy for $1,000 packs of sealed PSA cards, and those sealed PSA cards, more often than not, just return junk. So they're making a shit ton of money from that.
Barron gave GameStop a small loan of $45 billion. I mean, I could actually believe it.
$26 a share isn't bad though.
It's not.
It will fly heavy if they get eBay though.
Which is probably why they want eBay.
No, again, that's not why they want eBay. They want eBay for the secondary market.
Fair. Fair. So that's happening. I don't know, chat.
Yep.
What is the overall opinion of this? I mean, besides what I've already seen. Saudi's made the other $5 billion. Do investment firms put up money to put in a large amount of shares in addition to repayment or something like that? Admittedly, I have no idea. That's not my field.
It depends on if they think it's worth investing in. This, who knows? If investors invest in this, I can't say it's smart or not smart because, again, GameStop does rule a major chunk of the secondary market with their store.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
Having eBay is like, because they're not just buying eBay, they're buying the customers as well. They're buying the user base.
Mm-hmm.
They're buying a whole lot more than just the website itself.
Yeah. And eBay's user base is massive.
Yep.
I believe GameStop has the same supplier as Caltech. Caltech? Is Caltech like is that like the not school? Is that a school? I think Caltech's a school, yeah.
School.
But they're saying
For
Caltech, not Caltech. If GameStop is trying to stay on top of the used market, then owning eBay is a good idea. It is. They are short $24 billion even with the loan. Yeah, where are they getting the money for this?
Who knows? Not your job to figure out.
It's not my job to figure out, but it feels like they're trying to magically pull money out of their ass. BlackRock is a possible, yeah. Caltech is a gun manufacturer. Oh. Okay.
On a base.
Fair. I gave them the money, my bad. Fair. Can't blame you for that one. Let me check something. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have tonight? Again, like, sadly, there's not really much we can say on this. It's just, hey, it's happening. Whether they actually do end up purchasing eBay or not is... who knows?
I'm sure there's prediction markets that are betting whether or not it will happen.
Yeah, oh, absolutely there are. Here we go. Oh, why did they go to that one? Why did you go to that one? Asus sells a special power cable called the ROG Equalizer for £50 and say it stops the power plug from melting on strong graphics cards like the RTX 4090 and 5090. Asus claims it shares power evenly between the pins, uses better gold contacts, and stays cool even at high power. But hardware expert DeBauer opened it up and tested it. He found it is not smart at all. It has the simple metal bridge inside to link the wires, no electronics to balance power. In his tests, this bridge made the power even more uneven between the pins. One pin carried much more current than others. Taking the bridge out actually made it better. The cable is also stiffer, which can bend and stress the plug in small PC cases. The gold contacts picked up tin from the graphics card side, which could cause problems later. DeBauer says the cable gives only a small safety boost and does not fix the melting problem as advertised. He thinks it's not worth the high price compared to normal good cables. I mean, they're pretty, but that's about it. Like,
it is pretty, yeah. But
I'm not gonna pay a lot of money for these.
I just
No.
think that they need to improve the I think they just need to fix the problems that are
Stop trying to put a band-aid on
now.
the exploding GPUs and just fix your GPUs.
Well, the problem is that they're trying to shove a bunch of power through tinier and tinier cables when they really shouldn't be doing that.
No, they shouldn't be, but they are. Why do
I
you
don't
think I did
understand
not
it.
want to buy a higher end NVIDIA GPU? Even though I know AMD can also explode. Just NVIDIA seems to be the problem child primarily.
Kind of makes you wonder about how many of them explode in data centers.
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure data center GPUs are way different.
Mm-hmm. You know what happens when you reduce the resistance of a circuit? Amps go way up. Yeah. There is no financial incentive to fix the GPUs with the AI boom. This is also true. There isn't.
As long as the AI cards are doing all right, they really don't give a shit.
Exactly. In the case of PC as well, we also got some other information. Good news for Linux users with AMD GPUs. Full HDMI 2.1 support is on the way. AMD engineer Harry Wentland has submitted initial kernel patches implementing HDMI fixed rate link, which provides the full 48 gigabytes per second bandwidth needed for high refresh rate modes like 4K at 120 Hertz. This has been a long time coming due to licensing restrictions from the HDMI form. The patches include basic FRL functionality, with display stream compression and additional features like VRR expected to follow. Once merged, this will greatly improve Linux gaming and desktop use on modern TVs and high-end displays, especially for SteamOS and living room setups. DisplayPort better? Yeah. But this is still nice. This is very nice to have.
Why not just have 4 display ports on a GPU?
Because you still see primarily HDMI.
I know, but it's way more expensive.
I'm getting ready for the Steam box. I doubt this is in direct relation to the Steam machine, but who knows? Maybe it is. Apparently, Valve is also... There's been reports that Valve has received another shipment of something that isn't Steam controllers recently. So, could be Steam machines, could be Steam frames.
It could be.
Is DisplayPort a new standard? DisplayPort is essentially alongside HDMI. You will probably always see a DisplayPort port on something that has an HDMI port now. Minus consoles. But like PCs, monitors will have them.
Display ports exist because HDMI ports require a license to put them on your thing, and that licensure is very expensive. So instead of paying 4 times the cost, they're just going to pay the cost once and then put display ports on.
Exactly. Yeah. So, no, DisplayPort is not the new standard. It is still HDMI, but DisplayPort is, I believe it's open source.
Even though they're really not that much different.
No. But HDMI costs money because they're an actual company, unlike DisplayPort.
Yeah, the licensing fees for HDMI are insane, which is why you typically only see 1 port.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Let us see. We'll get to what Occo put in the docket soon. Here we go. Sony just changed its PC strategies. So I know we talked about this before on a prior Dogwave. Single-player PS5 games are not coming to PC anymore. This actually was talked about by Parrot Nation, and he deleted this post. So this is from Tech Ultimatum. So I don't know about track record, but he basically said, here's why. PC launches flopped. Ghost of Tsushima only earned 710,000 on PC. Ragnarok only earned 300,000. Spider-Man 2 only earned 260,000. And Forbidden West only earned 230,000. Meanwhile, Ragnarok on the PS5 apparently earned 6.9 million. Is that copies sold? No, that's players. Sorry, that's players, not how much they've sold. So
They must have sold way more.
yeah. The problem, 1 to 3 years delays kills hype. PC players wait for sales. It's calling us cheap. We are. Many just watch gameplay instead. Yeah, because they don't want to buy shit. What will Sony do now? Keep story games PS5 only and still bring multiplayer games to PC.
They haven't really learned.
Yeah. Big picture, Sony isn't chasing PC anymore. They're protecting PlayStation.
Probably a good idea, but still.
Yeah.
there's no games on the PS5 to enjoy, so
Yeah. When every one of your main games is slop. What PC strategy? They hate PC? Yeah, pretty much. Only PlayStation players consume the slop? Yep. I mean, I don't think they ever tried doing one game day on day one. No, I don't think they've ever actually tried doing a day one launch on PC and PlayStation as far as a single player game. I'm actually a little surprised they didn't do that to actually see accurate numbers. What I'm noticing that isn't on this list as well is Stellar Blade.
I mean, that's a good question. Wasn't Stellar Blade a day one release on it? No. It wasn't.
No, that was also heavily delayed for quite a long time from PlayStation 5 to PC. Which means it followed in the same pattern of these several games here they list. So why is it not listed when it follows the same pattern? I have a sneaking suspicion. I think Shift Up backed out of their deal with Sony.
It's very possible.
Delayed till the Nikkei DLC? Yep. But also, Shift Up has also said that Stellar Blade 2 will be multi-platform. So, yeah, that's definitely going to affect some things.
You love to see it.
You do love to see it. So, I'm not overly surprised by this. This is, in fact, probably also the reason why Square is backing out of their exclusivity with Sony. The reason why I think Stellar Blade backed out of their deal with Sony, or Shift Up backed out of their deal with Sony, sorry, is because Sony was heavily pushing censorship. They did back out of their deal with Sony because they wanted to be their own publisher. That's why they bought Shinji Mikami's studio. Yep. Square had a deal with Sony for Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy to be exclusively on PlayStation. As far as we are aware, from what Square has told us, the first two were exclusive to PlayStation for a period of time. Part 3 will be multi-platform at launch.
Okay.
So, some companies like Square and Shift Up are basically saying, you know what? No, we do see value in every platform. So, those games are also coming to PC, and they're not saying they're not going to come to PlayStation. It's just not exclusively PlayStation. And I think that's going to be the best case scenario for them because they will earn ultimately more money by just having it open to everyone. The only time you might see a delay for such things like 7 Remake Part 3 is Switch 2. Because they'll probably need to do some optimization to get it working on the Switch 2, and that means they will probably prioritize the beefier hardware first, like PS5, Series X, and primarily probably PC. But I don't know. They did say 7 Remake Part 3 will also run on Unreal Engine 4. So maybe by Square releasing Remake and Rebirth on the Switch 2 already, that is kind of like a testing ground to see how it works. And then maybe use that information to do the eventual port for Remake Part 3 to the Switch 2. Maybe. Sony needs to move out of California. It's rotting their minds. It is. Hi Dog, hi Akko, hi Twitchers. Welcome Simus. Has any game sold a Switch 2 yet? Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, maybe Metroid. Tamagotchi Life and Pokepia, absolutely. Those two are system sellers.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did we have for tonight? We're actually getting really low on topics. We've done most everything. I'm making sure we're got most everything. Oh, here. This is something for fighting game fans. Injustice 3 A news article was published today with what seemed to be a resume slip-up from an employee stating Injustice 3 as their past experience. The image below is from the news article. The author of the article has blurred out the other details. We've been hearing some whispers through the grapevine that Injustice 3 was NRS's next project. Not too long ago, the voice actors of Superman and Green Lantern also confirmed they're working on the project. So, if people are interested in Injustice 3, hey, that's probably coming. For those who don't know,
played the first one.
What Injustice is what if you mixed Mortal Kombat but DC? And Superman was evil. Injustice, that's the name I've heard a long time. Yeah. Injustice 2 was 2016, 2017. So it's been a while. So I'm a little surprised it took them this long for an Injustice 3. But I'm not even sure there's like a story route they could go for Injustice 3. Speaking of threes, Exxon Verse is getting one. I've never heard of Exxon Force or Exxon Verse. Oh, 2017 being 9 years ago is the real injustice. COVID knocked a lot of games off the rails. It really did. Fighting games need a story? No. Fighting games... The Injustice does tend to have a story, though. Because it's still DC.
Listen, chat. If you think that's old, 2006 was 20 years ago.
Chat, the beak is out. Darkseid, maybe? Darkseid is actually very likely, yes.
It's really crazy to think of. 20 years ago was 2006.
Yeah, thank you for making me feel old today. I didn't know. I didn't want to feel old today. The beak. Okay, for those who don't know, Akko got all of his upper teeth pulled. And whenever he pulls out the denture, we've just been calling it the beak. Because he's an octopus.
You guys do that, I'm not.
It's still the beak. The beak is his dentures. Yeah. Because octopuses have beaks. Fighting games need sexy women. Yeah, it'd be nice. I don't know. I'm interested. We'll see. He's beakless.
Just the top one. The lower one is still real for now.
For now. The Yippies yearn to borrow the beak. Oh no. Speaking of threes. Okay, so you meant Xenoverse. Yeah, Xenoverse 3 is a thing. I might play Xenoverse 3 on stream. I need to actually catch up on all the content Xenoverse 2 has. Because it's been... Oh, I finished the main story. I have not finished any of the DLC. And to be fair, I might not even need to play any of the DLC for Xenoverse 3. So, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if you want me to play Xenoverse 1 and maybe 2 on stream, I can consider it. Do the story on a different character. Capcom may make a sequel to Pragmata. A top executive at Capcom USA recently said the company now has another game they can build into a long-running series, he explained. Stating, we're at a point now where they've got another IP that Capcom, and God bless them, has an arsenal that we can continue to go down on. Almost everyone loved the game. I hope Capcom makes one of its best games I played this year. They don't exactly have a sequel hook for Pragmata. They don't have a sequel hook. No, they don't. I don't want to spoil it, though. The game is still fairly fresh, so if you want to go see what I'm talking about, go play the game. It's really good.
I am excited for another round of, bro, it's just a game.
Pragmata 2 with Norman Reedus? I doubt it. That'll be fair. There actually might be a sequel hook. There's a true ending to the game, but you gotta, like, really work for the true ending. You have to play the game twice for the true ending. actually. So, have you ever hit Xenoverse 2's level cap? I don't think so, but it has been several. When was the last time I opened Xenoverse 2? I can check. Xenoverse 2, I last opened in 2021. So, it's been a hot minute. It's a bit sequel bait. Yeah, it is. Let us see. Is there anything else in the docket, or was that it? Besides Akko's last thing. Then we'll probably use that as the ending topic for Dogwave. Real quick, chat. I'm going to let Akko take the reins for about just a couple minutes. Oh, wait. No, that's a big topic. We'll deal with that. Never mind.
Do that.
I'm going to be back, though.
Hi, chat. Oh, I'm tired. Tomorrow is Friday. Chat, I really was wanting to make a video on Stellar Blade. Never made it. Most probably won't. Not Stellar Blade. Pragmata. I probably won't now because, like, it's out of the cycle. Which is crazy to say considering that that game generated so much attention. But I literally just wanted to make a video about talking about how insane people are being with it. Because people have been so fucking insane for it. Ugh. And the only thing I can do is, like, make a video and say, it's a fucking video game. Who cares what one of the main characters looks like? It's a fucking video game.
My apologies, chat. I'm back. Capcom has already a reputation to salvage. Pragmata was okay, but Wilds is fixed. Wilds is in a really good place now. Akko, if you don't mind mentioning temp, the level cap is now 180. Oh god. Friday, has Akko been smoking Temp's herbs? No.
No, it's my Friday.
Already, I guess it wasn't that long. People being insane is evergreen content, but one must open the chuds at every turn. So I completely forgot about this topic. We are covering this, and this will be the last one. Any PlayStation game purchased digitally after March's system update will reportedly now require internet connection once every 30 days to validate the license. If the console stays offline longer than that, the games will not launch until you reconnect. Sony. No. Just no, Sony. The hell is this? Of course, this went on for quite a while. Let's see. Where would be the next thing? I think, yeah, here we go. Vara Dark actually mentioned this. 30-day DRM, age verification to use online features at the end of the year, price hikes, it's over, Sony bros. Yeah, so they're now including a DRM that requires online to play. They are pushing age verification even into the US, I believe, at the end of this year. And they are raising the price of the PS5s again.
Sounds about right.
So they're just looking to kill their brand, honestly, at this point.
Let them do it.
And in fact, SpawnWave has actually... So SpawnWave confirms PlayStation have pulled a Dawn Matrix special with a new online check-in every 30 days to play newly purchased digital games, though it doesn't affect any physical reselling, sharing, or ownership, nor have a daily check-in like OG Xbox One DRM attempted. If the 30 days lapse, you don't lose the license, but you do have to reconnect to the internet in order to play. It does not impact digital or physical games purchased before the update. Nick Tech spoke to a human customer service rep confirming the DRM, but others have posted numerous conversations with support, including reportedly people who said no such DRM check-in has been implemented. Either way, whether this is a bug or not, it needs to be reversed immediately. So this is kind of... This has been getting kind of funky. So a Reset Era user and Shrewd, and now confirming by Does It Play, appear to have figured out what's going on with PlayStation's DRM. The good news is it's only a temporary DRM, not permanent. Here's how it works. When you buy a digital game, you are issued a temporary 30-day license for offline play. When you buy a digital... This license automatically transitions to a permanent license that will be free from future online check-ins. Anytime you connect after the 15th day of ownership, just after the 14th day refund window. But you have to log in or be connected to the internet for it to switch. You will not lose the license of the game if you don't connect within or after the 30-day temporary license window. But you will be unable to play the game after 30 days till you do, after which it'll turn into an indefinite DRM-free license. Previously, you'd be given an indefinite offline play license from the get-go. So why did they implement this? It's possible people found an exploit where they could grab the indefinite license file for a game using an exploitable console, and then refund the purchase so they got the game for free. Hence, Sony's current method of mitigating said issue is by time limiting the initial license issued. By issuing a temporary license during the refund window, users can no longer pirate a permanent license and simply refund the game. As long as you log in anytime after the 14th day refund window of any digital game purchase, it will turn into a permanent DRM-free digital license. At least this is what these two users have investigated and concluded.
Is it weird I don't feel bad for them for some of the stuff that they're trying to combat? Because I don't.
I don't feel bad, no. Yeah, I kind of understand why they'd be doing it if that was the reason, but I'm also like...
That's still a dumb reason.
It's a very dumb reason. Can we call this sabotage? I would say yes. I would say yes, we can. It's not a great look. Technically, it was made better in the eyes of some people thanks to this 15-day time period window thing. But even then, I'm like... I don't like it. So we'll end off on this. A new theory suggests that the 30-day DRM timer is now being applied to new digital PS4 and PS5 game purchases are only temporary to stop pirates using a refund exploit and become permanent licenses after 14 days. So this is apparently now affecting PS4 digital games. Cool. Because we needed that, Sony. Not as bad as I've heard, but yeah, it's retarded. It is very retarded. And apparently it doesn't even affect, like, the physical games. Like, if you wanted to buy the same game physically, no DRM. Period. Apparently the DRM thing is because someone cracked their PS5 so they can watch porn on it. Can you not do that already? Like, if you were to open, like, the browser on the console? Hell, does it even have a browser?
Good question.
I actually don't know if it does.
PS5 users.
What's the phobia for pirates? Because every game company has it. Pirates means they lose money. Because these people, like Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo, all refuse to continue offering a service. So instead of bringing out the games that people want to give them more money, they'll just try and lock it down so there is zero way for them to actually do that. It's stupid. And Nintendo has the problem the most. Gooning on your PS5, do you not have phones? It has a web browser, but you can't access it directly. Okay. Cough, Gabe Newell quote. Yeah. It's a service problem. It always has been and always will be. I do know the octopus is tired. The octopus does need to go to bed. Last thing, Sony apparently did confirm the DRM. Sony has issued a statement confirming the introduction of a new DRM online check for newly bought PlayStation games, reassuring the public that games can be bought and played as usual. This statement, however, does not address concerns about the C-bomb issue. Didn't even heard about the C-bomb issue. Released overnight to press following public confusion and investigation around the matter, the statement reads as follows. Players can continue to access and play their purchased games as usual. A one-time online check is required after purchase to confirm the game's license, after which no further check-ins are needed. To summarize the issue, PlayStation owners discovered a 30-day license on newly bought PS4 games, as well as a 30-day countdown timer. When this timer reaches 0, access to the game is removed. This sudden introduction of DRM was made without an official announcement by Sony, raising concerns that players would have to establish an internet connection every 30 days in order to retain access to purchased games. Shared screenshots of the PlayStation generative AI support of debatable validity did little to lessen confusion around the matter. This, upon further investigation, turned out to not quite be the case. The 30-day validity timer was real on PS4 and 5, but if an online check was made 15 days after purchase, the offline limited license would transform into an indefinite offline license. It is speculated this is an attempt to curb a PSN refund exploit, as the deadline for refunding PlayStation games is 14 days. Sony, however, has not confirmed this outright. There is, however, another element to the story still unaddressed by Sony's statement. The C-bomb issue, which refers to an inability to validate an online license once a PlayStation CMOS battery has died. Remains as part of community testing. It was discovered that with this new DRM in place, a console without a working CMOS battery would be unable to obtain this permanent offline license, locking players from new games. Why does this matter? In the future, when support for these consoles are no longer supported, like the PS3, access to newly bought games could be hampered. Sony's statement has not addressed this problem, though Sony has previously resolved similar C-bomb issues across its modern consoles. To conclude, if you establish an internet connection once following the purchase of a new PS4 or 5 game, after that 14-day window, your license should remain valid indefinitely, and you won't have any problem accessing your games in the future. Graham fell asleep after removing the beak. The octopus needs to sleep. I thought the stream ended. All right, but yeah, Sony thing. This sucks. They should not have to do this. I don't like DRM, but I kind of understand the reasoning. I think it's dumb. It's dumb. We'll end on this one because Akko posted this one, and I want to oblige this one. The iconic house from the TV show Drake and Josh is now gone. After 20 years, it was torn down and replaced with a new, modern-style home. I'd like to say I've never watched this show, so I have no sentimentality or whatever to this. This is not my thing.
I don't really care that much. I just figured it was interesting.
Fair.
I liked the memes that some people did, like, Drake, where's the house? Because everybody knows the Drake, where's the door meme.
Yeah.
Drake, where's the house? Oh, there it is. Here it is. Here.
New home is ugly AF. Yeah.
Side chat.
Soul versus soulless. Yep. I hate architecture murder. It's spherical. Drake, where's the door? Only one person can be responsible for this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Drake, where's the house? The house is gone.
What sucks is you don't even understand what that meme means.
I don't, because I never watched the show.
Sad. Doritos has garlic parmesan as a new flavor.
Fun. Oh, here, chat. Akko actually retweeted this.
Oh, Oh, that's interesting. A man abandons a suicide attempt after the police give him a kebab.
Huh. Drake, where's Akko's teeth? And with chat, that's Dogwave. What will you be doing next week, Octopus?
I'm gonna try work on some videos. However, I really do got to think about the topic.
Mm-hmm. Fair. You're not you when you're hungry. Have a kebab. Drake, where'd all the dog milk go? Here, chat. Just for you all. Anyway, I'm going to send you all over to Mizu tonight. Mizu's doing anime audits. Or AniTuber audits, sorry. And that's going to be on YouTube. Where am I going to send you all on Twitch? Are we doing... We'll raid Mizu. We'll raid the puddle on Twitch as well. Female VT. The model's always been female. Well, the original one wasn't. This one is. Otherwise, chat, next week, for me, Monday, tomorrow, I'm hanging out with Magma. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm taking Magma through the game for the first time. And then on Wednesday, we're actually playing Monster Hunter Rise. Friday, I'm leaning towards two different ways. We're either to continue Final Fantasy XIV for myself on Friday, or we go back to Liza P on Friday. I'll figure that out before Friday, or before the schedule goes out tomorrow. Saturday, me and Magma do start the Jake campaign in Resident Evil 6. And then, of course, Sunday is Dogwave. Alright, chat, I will see you all tomorrow on Magma stream. I will not be streaming. If you're not there for Magma stream tomorrow, I will see you all on Wednesday for Monster Hunter Rise. Otherwise, chat, I will see you all.
Right,
then.
we're not doing normal game show, so I'll find something to play on.
Yeah, because
we've the shot collar on Wednesday.
We've moved GameStop to kind of like or FriendSlop to kind of like every other week to better line up with people's schedules.
Okay, well that woke me up.
What?
Well.
Oh, otherwise.
It takes 487 clicks to get to the center of a magic card.
Oh, God. All right, chat. I'll see you tomorrow for Magma. Or Wednesday. Whatever. Have a good night, chat. Bye.